Welcome to this month's episode of Star Trek Adventures with the U.S.S. Pendragon. We're going to get straight to it, with Captain Talor and the command staff hosting a diplomatic function on Deck 10 as part of a series of events to promote relations between the Bajorans and the Cardassians. They are currently in orbit over Elmarak, a system just outside Cardassian space and near the Badlands. Deck 10 has been cleared and is usually used for the crew's downtime. As the event is fairly informal, dress uniforms were not needed, but senior staff were required to attend. Each of them is talking with a particular representative from either the Cardassian envoy or the Bajorans. Ambassador Katud is talking to Captain Talor. As the ambassador is sipping on a glass of Kanar, he says to the captain, "Captain, it seems you were able to get a hold of some real Kanar for this event. This doesn't taste like it's been replicated. I'm most impressed."
It was a special occasion. Thought it was worth the effort, Ambassador. I'm glad you are enjoying it.
I've heard rumors that some captains are able to acquire rum and ale, despite the ban that's in place. Have you heard of this before?
Have not. This is news to me.
Of course, I'm sure the Pendragon would never do such a thing if it were outright illegal by the Federation.
Quite.
I understand you haven't been in command of the Pendragon for a little while now. I was wondering, what do you think of your crew so far?
So far they are adequate. Do you believe that they are quite up to the task of our missions ahead? I think we are finally melding as a group, as the humans say.
Yes, the humans are very fond of their adages. It must be intriguing for someone such as yourself to have to assimilate into a new crew. I'm sorry, did I say assimilate? No offense.
None taken.
What missions do you hope Starfleet will send you on after this one, Captain? What challenges do you yearn to tackle in the name of exploration?
Scientific discovery is always of great interest to me as a Vulcan. I do believe Starfleet as well, so new missions that take us to undiscovered places and new interactions with new species would be welcome.
Of course, such events are rare these days, what with the war and all.
Indeed.
But I'm sure Starfleet will get back to its primary mission of seeking out new life and new civilizations.
I would hope so once this unrest has been settled.
That is, of course, should Starfleet survive.
I don't see it not surviving. It's a very pessimistic attitude.
Indeed, however, this is not the first time Starfleet has been at war with the Klingons. I believe this is at least the third time.
We have made it through so far.
Yes, we've always proven to be a fine match. Hello, Ambassador.
Greetings, Commander. I was just talking with your captain. I was wondering
Have
what
you
missions...
met my first officer?
I haven't now. I'm Ambassador Katud. And yourself?
Hello, Ambassador Katud. I am First Officer Benjamin Anderson.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I was just asking the captain what missions you hope Starfleet to send you on in the future. She hopes for missions of exploration and first contact. Yourself?
Similar goals. And obviously, we would like to maintain the peace and security of the various systems around the wormhole.
Of course. As I understand it, this class of ship is new to Starfleet. What do you both think of it?
It's exceedingly powerful. The engineers at the shipyards at Utopia Planitia did a beautiful job on her.
She's certainly an interesting vessel. I wonder how she would fare against any of our Cardassian ships.
Quite well, I assure you.
And how do you both feel the war with the Klingons goes?
Captain?
Hard to tell. It's engagements that are difficult to, what is the word, Anderson? Predict.
Yes. Fighting an enemy with cloaking technology is always a challenge, because you're never entirely sure when a new battle will arise.
The button's not working. The doorbell rings.
The bloody button should be bloody buggering working, bloody buggering bollocking thing, bollocks.
I've clicked it a few times. It's not working. So I just say the doorbell rings.
Sorry, all the sounds seem to have been fucked up tonight.
That's all right. I go over and answer the door chime.
The door opens. Pro 2 standing on the other side. I'm sorry to have broken up any activities that you were partaking in. I just wanted to let you know that I completed the once-over on the ship systems that you asked me to do.
Thank you very much, Pro2. Why don't you join us?
Of course, Commander.
Maybe you can teach this Cardassian ambassador some manners.
I believe Commander Anderson, one of the Bajoran representatives, wants your attention.
Hello.
Commander!
Greetings.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
I'm of the Bajoran envoy.
I'm the commander of the ship, first officer, Benjamin Anderson. And you are?
Bir Narash.
Bir Narash?
Please call me Narash.
Narash. And what are you, what is your role at the conference today?
I speak on behalf of the Bajoran people tonight. We are most apprehensive about entering a deal with the Cardassians. I'm sure you can understand why, given the history of our two peoples.
That may be one of the more understandable positions of any representative here.
Never trust the Cardassians. They have a plan behind a plan behind a plan behind a facade of smiles. But still, Commander, what are your spiritual beliefs? Do you believe in the prophets?
Unfortunately, I have not been touched by the prophets to this point. But I would love to learn more.
Well, Commander. And Naresh leads you over to one of the windows? Portholes?
I'm going with windows.
Windows.
Port windows.
Holes in the ship.
Yes, structural weaknesses of the ship. And points out towards the stars and says, well, Commander, the prophets live, rest, and play right there. And you can see them nearly every day whenever a ship passes through what you call the wormhole. It is, of course, what we refer to as the Celestial Temple.
Of course. I've read up on the logs of a certain Captain Sisko.
The emissary.
Yes.
It is truly an interesting time for the Bajoran people. The emissary being of Starfleet, and ourselves not being of Starfleet or the Federation yet. Would you petition for our membership? Out of interest, Commander. Do you believe it would be
of course.
Do you believe it would be of Bajor's interest to be a part of the Federation officially?
Of course, although I do, as always, worry somewhat for Bajor joining the Federation in the middle of a war. The Klingons have attacked the Bajoran system before.
They have, and we were able to withstand the Cardassians only after occupation and a very long war of resistance. I don't believe we could do the same kind of thing with the Klingons, but we would
Agreed.
certainly resist.
Of course. The strength of spirit of the Bajorans is very well known.
Do you believe this conflict with the Klingons is all because of the Celestial Temple, or do you believe they have an interest in the Gamma Quadrant?
It's always quite difficult to determine the desires of the Klingon Empire. I think that they simply desire battle and expansion without a specific end goal.
Speaking of the Gamma Quadrant, the Dominion represent a great threat to us all. Do you think we will ever have war with them? And who would stand against such a powerful foe?
War with the Dominion is always on the table, and our hope is always that the great powers of the Alpha Quadrant would join together to stand against the Dominion.
So you don't believe Starfleet would pursue negotiation or peace first?
Always first. But from what we know of the Dominion, they are not particularly open to that type of negotiation.
Let us move on to other matters, Commander. What has been the high point of your career so far?
Well, my background I've spent my entire life on a starship. The high point of my career is earning my position as first officer aboard the Pendragon.
She's an impressive ship. I believe
Absolutely.
one of, if not the most advanced vessel in Starfleet's lineup currently.
The Quadrant, I would say.
I would say that would be a fair wager. I was searching through the Federation databanks before this event, and it made reference to a notable historical figure, a Wayne Gretzky. I was hoping you could tell me more about him.
Having grown up aboard a starship, I didn't get much chance to watch hockey live, but he's certainly legendary. And if you'd like to watch him yourself, I'm sure we could provide some time on the holodeck.
That sounds most intriguing. I've heard rumors of this hockey, but I have never had the pleasure. It sounds awfully violent.
Yes, it's a very physical sport, but also very engaging.
Commander, if I may, I believe your Ensign Proto might be about to have an encounter with one of the envoy. This could be quite amusing to watch.
Let's examine this interaction.
Ensign Proto is over by the buffet, watching people pile food onto their plates at an alarming rate, but somehow keeping piles upon piles of food excellently balanced, as an overly interested female Bajoran talks to him. Ensign Proto, wasn't it? You're an android. How did that happen?
I was built as any android is created. Why do you ask?
Stan, you're one of only 2 members of Starfleet that are completely synthetic. Do you think the Federation will be making use of more of your kind?
I highly doubt that, because from archival knowledge, there is only one known being that knows how to create our kind, and Starfleet does not have access to that knowledge.
Interesting. Very interesting. Tell me, are human mating rituals complex?
I do not know.
Well, what about yourself? You're modelled on a human, are you not?
I am.
Are you fully functional?
As far as I am aware, yes.
Do you have any interest in cross-species mating practices?
Not that I am aware of.
This was totally
This
meant
is
from his
getting
heart, by the
very
way.
entertaining.
Ah,
Well, tell me, what do you do for fun, Protu?
I double check the engines and the capacitors throughout the ship.
That's very interesting. My mother always wanted me to marry a con officer. She said they were very skilled and had steady hands. Is that true?
Yes, and I take I don't know, I take a piece of silverware or something from the table next to me and just like balance it on top of something that looks hard to balance it on.
You are extremely dexterous with your hands. Are you as adept at using your left hand as you are with your right hand?
Both my hands are equally dexterous because they were designed to, or they don't have the flaw of human favorability to each side.
Very, very interesting. Tell me, is there someone special waiting for you, Protu?
Define special.
As someone that you think of in moments of high tension or stress, and maybe someone that is waiting for you whenever you finish a shift?
No, not really.
Very interesting. So, are you perhaps looking for someone?
Why would I be looking for someone? Are they lost?
And at that point,
Pro2, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite well, Commander. I was just having the most intriguing conversation with this individual.
It sounded very intriguing. Sorry, I kind of overheard parts of it.
No worries.
the red alert noise fills the room, which isn't working. And a call comes through on the bridge. Senior staff to the bridge immediately. We are under attack.
Captain, remind me, we need to fix the speakers soon.
Do you believe they are down all over the station?
Before I turn and follow the commander, I just look at the person that was talking to me and I just say, "Thank you for the conversation. I hope you have a wonderful evening." And then I just turn and leave.
This doesn't look promising.
I hate to see him leave, but I love watching him go.
Oh dear.
Heading to the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Excellent.
Interesting how the momentum of that asteroid is holding in one place.
Spinning.
Trying to make
You
it all
spin
look a little
me
bit
right
nice
round.
for you with some animations on there.
Like a record, baby, right round.
As you enter onto the bridge, Polon says, Captain, we're being hailed, and there are enemy vessels within sensor range.
Which enemy vessels?
We have two Cardassian ships, and strangely enough, a Starfleet vessel on an attack vector.
We're still on Deep Space Nine?
No, we were in 10 forward on the Pendragon.
Oh, okay. Just heard you say DS9 earlier, and I was
No, I was
at
just.
the beginning. Because at first I was like, which captain? There's probably more than one here.
We might, Captain. Perhaps we should ask the ambassador to come to the bridge. The Cardassian ambassador.
Do you believe that is a prudent course.
I'd answer the hail first myself, but
Shiv, real quick,
nope.
you said that the Federation craft is flying along with those Kardashian ships, right?
And
yes.
the Klingon ships.
So they're keeping up with the Kardashians.
I sincerely hope it's good elevator music on hold.
Shiv, I just want to make sure I heard you. I just want to make sure I heard you correct. Is there 2 Cardassian and 2 Klingon ships, or just 2 Cardassian ships?
2 Cardassian ships.
Okay.
And you said they're hailing, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I missed that part. So okay, so I'll answer the hail.
The hail
This
comes
is
through.
Captain Talor of the U.S.S. Pendragon. Please identify yourself.
We are the Marquis. We have liberated these ships from the enemy. The Federation and Starfleet sold us out. Their own people, that is, in favour of peace. Now they are closer than ever to those that have sold us too. We have been successfully defending our own lands, and we shall continue to do so. Your continued relations with our oppressors is an affront to us, and we cannot allow this to continue. Hey, Kim.
I tell Pro 2 to put them on hold for a second. Turn to Anderson and Pro 2. Do we have any current status updates on the Maquis?
Nothing recent. We've been very focused on the war with the Klingons. The Maquis kind of came out of nowhere.
In Cardassian ships, no less.
In what look like... Are those Galar class?
You've got a Gaylor class and a Kelvin class.
Okay, in warships. Large warships.
I would like to draw your attention to the macros button at this point. Captain Talor and Commander Anderson should have a request assistance button. I don't know whether or not it's going to fucking work because nothing has decided to work this
Is
week.
that on the bottom?
It should be under the macros section on the
Click on the
right-hand
ship
side.
and it'll be up above.
No, it's a personal
Oh,
macro
no?
just
Okay.
for Talor and Commander Anderson.
I lied. I'm sorry.
I do not have it.
Everything's broken this week.
Everything's fucking
No.
broken.
Yeah, I think Roll20's having some issues.
Yeah,
Wait,
figure it out.
is that Task Force Camelot assistance?
That's the one.
Okay, it's on your. It's in your actual character under attributes and abilities.
Yes, Kemi.
Do I have to enable it?
I think
Yes.
you have to go show in macro bar. You have to go in there and click on it.
You can do the same thing
Sure.
with the button next to the
there we go.
gear at the top
Got it.
right.
Okay, now that we got that figured out, I pick up the call again. Could you please... Words just failed. The worst. Is there something we can assist you with? And if not, could we at least negotiate or come to some terms?
It's a Gaylor class opens
Oh.
fire on you.
Oh,
Okay, not going to be negotiating. What is the assistance button for?
What is
Okay, I'll
the
just click on
assistance
it.
button for?
do you see the U.S.S.
Push it,
Nexus?
push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it.
I feel
What?
like it has something to do with that.
I gotta love that
No, the Nexus
none of these
is,
sound effects are working. This is wonderful. This is going so well.
the Nexus is no, it's one of theirs because they said that they liberated it from us,
Yes,
so they're on board.
the Nexus
Okay.
and both of those Cardassian ships are enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's poo. This is not going so well. Shields up.
Tell me about it.
I turn to Pro 2. Please scan the ships. I would like to know what state they are in at this moment.
I have just figured out why none of this is working.
Uh-oh.
Because the fucking API has died. Thanks, roll 20.
Oh,
But I can fix that.
Captain, are you sure you want me to do this scanning?
Well, Desmaris isn't here.
True. Where's Suvok when you need him?
Or Des.
Shiv, would I roll to scan?
Nothing
I
right
wasn't
now. Give me 2
expecting.
minutes.
Gotcha. I would use those 2 minutes to open up my con reference because I wasn't expecting combat. So
There we go.
I heard that.
Pendragon, this is Captain Perfecto on the Mordred. Looks like you need a hand. We'll help you deal with them.
If you want to try out your request assistance thing, that should work now, first of all.
nope. I mean, I already did it once. Oh no, okay, it did, but then it threw a bunch of errors.
I mildly died because that literally sounded like the ship just quit. Like, I'm like, oh no, this is going terrible.
Well, that's good enough. All right, first of all, what was it you wanted to do, Pro 2?
I was asked to scan the ships to figure out what status they're in. I guess, like,
I'm going to make that a free action.
hull-wise. Okay.
Weapons are charged, shields are up.
They're
Is
ready
that
for a
just
fight, Captain.
automatic, or do we have to say that? Like, when we're engaged in combat, do we just assume shields are up, or do we have to say shields up?
It'll be fine if you want to stick with it. Make it an automatic thing when you go to red alert.
It's not that it's not a problem, but it's just I think sometimes we get caught up and forget about that.
Here we go. So I'll let you go first, combat-wise.
Hey, we have help. Who is going first, combat-wise?
Yourselves.
The Pendragon?
We are.
So, Captain, what's
I-
our order?
Yeah.
Well, there's only 3 options, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Anderson, Pro 2, and then I'll go last.
Okay.
I did not know that androids could roll their eyes.
Captain, should we avoid firing on the Nexus and see if we can capture it?
If at all possible. Starfleet assets are hard to come by these days.
Agreed.
It's hard to come by these days. You should see Discovery Season 3.
I really should see Discovery Season 3. I'm going to start watching it in a few days. All right. Apologies. Just give me a moment here.
Okay. Starship combat's always clunky because we're still getting used to it, so don't worry.
Exactly.
I'm also so used to VTM.
All right.
Gotta be hard.
Which ship is which here? Which is the Galar, and which is the Kelvin? I'm
Galar
not
is
up
on the
my-
top, Calden is on the bottom.
Right. Okay. Gonna open fire with the phaser banks at the Kelvin class ship.
Okay. Please do for me. I think that's security and control to start with.
All right.
Yeah.
Complication range 1, task roll 2.
Yep. Difficulty is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if you could do
And then I need
Pendragon's-
to
Yep.
fire the
Still-
weapons.
Oh yeah, we don't have to. Sorry.
Where is it? Mm-hmm.
Click our ship, and then the top bar.
Oh, there we go.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Do 8.
Smashy.
And that was on the Keldon class.
What does
Resistance
that
of
mean?
5.
Which one
You
is
do-
that one?
It's the one on the bottom.
You do 3 points of shield damage to it. And why the sound
That's
effects aren't working, I
interesting.
don't know at this point. That's just frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Pew pew.
Just roll with it.
Is that a pun?
It'd be a good one if it was one.
You know, just be like that asteroid and roll with it.
Yeah, no idea. They should all be working for you. Thanks, Roll20.
Does everybody have to do their tabletop games on Friday night?
Mm-hmm.
Probably what the problem is.
Protein.
Shiv, since we've only combated a few times, does range account for anything?
Yes, but you're in medium to close range on this.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't something else I could do other than help with attacking or helping with dodging. Let's see. We rolled an 8 and we only did 3 damage. So we probably want to try and do as much. I'm probably going to go for an attack pattern,
Okay.
which is daring and con. Daring, con, task roll 2,
Difficulty 2.
complication range 1, difficulty 2, rolling,
Wonderful. And if you want to do it on the ship as well, please.
attack patterns right at the top.
Oh, that worked.
Mm-hmm.
Have momentum. And... okay. So that next time you want to attack, that will reduce difficulty by 1, which will put it back to its default value.
And that goes until my next turn. So
Yes.
your next turn will have it.
Woohoo!
And hopefully that's also dropped the Pendragon's power by 1 automatically.
It says it did.
Thank you, Narskavian. Captain to law.
Alright, I had to bring up the conflict reference sheet. Ship combat, wrong one. Sorry.
I mean, a lot of them have their uses. The firing one is in the the security and tactical reference.
I feel like I
Can
don't
we-
have the right sheet up here.
Other than my attack pattern, have we done anything else that uses power?
Fired.
Yeah.
Does that use power? Okay.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The phasers certainly do.
Phasers use power, photon torpedoes, or quantum torpedoes. do not.
Captain,
Mm-hmm.
you will want to refer to the security and tactical reference.
That's probably it. I was looked at everything.
Or if you want to move around, probably the con reference.
Shiv, I want to do a barrel roll with the ship.
So does Traven.
Do you know what we... No, I'm not going to give you ideas. Never mind.
No, go on.
Saying we haven't been boarded yet.
Oh, I know.
'Cause I was just looking at this. I was going like, oh, deploy security. That's a task. So if I do a restore, that would help with the power, right?
Power restore. I believe that's an engineering task.
The character clears some minor problem or fault with the system, restoring it to its function.
Sensors
We
and
haven't done
internal
that.
systems reference for power management.
Mm-hmm.
We use power to use the phasers, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you
every
don't get it
time
back
we move.
automatically.
Ooh,
Yeah, that task, Captain, that task is power management.
I don't have that on my con.
And it's on the sensors and internal systems
there it is.
reference.
So many hands. Okay.
Mhm.
So that would be daring or control an engine, right?
Yep. With difficulty of 2. Complication range is 1.
Is daring or control?
Whichever you prefer.
So task roll complication 1.
Task roll
2.
2, complication range 1.
Okay.
And on the ship, you should have something like reroute power. Yeah, reroute power.
I'm so glad those are in alphabetical order.
That worked.
It did work. It went up by 1.
Oh,
Perfect.
go.
I have the ship sheet up just in case.
Because someone's fiddled with the power to do it automatically, thanks to Noscavian figuring out how.
Well, I also have it open because I have that thing where it doesn't cost power if I do it more than once. So I have to reset it manually.
What would you like the Mordred to do?
Shoot
Be
him up.
really awesome and kill them all like they did last time.
Yeah, we literally just had to sit back and watch it happen.
They got to do
Okay.
the
Captain?
cool little transforming sequence and everything.
Captain?
Anderson.
I suggest we have the Mordred attack the Galler class destroyer, or what is it? Battleship? I can't remember.
Cruiser.
Cruiser? Thank you.
Agreed. Hail them. They are instructions.
Okay. Mordred moves into position. And opens fire with phaser cannons.
Lock phaser cannons and fire!
That's a cool sound laser. You can make a beat with that.
And does 4 shield damage to the Gaylord class ship.
It's a lot of damage reduction.
You should see what you get. You have a damage resistance of 6.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Keldon class ship. She's going to move to there. And she's going to open fire with the disruptor banks on the Pendragon. And miss completely. The Gaylord class ship is going to slightly move there. And open fire on the Mordred. With disruptor bank. No, with phaser array. Just for variety. And also,
We need some tactical officers.
the
That
Nexus
explosion went around my head.
is going to move to there.
And run right into the asteroid. Inexperienced crew.
And it's going to fire with phaser array on the Pendragon.
Oh.
and miss. And apparently not play a sound effect. Oh no, there it goes.
Definitely an experienced crew.
I do believe that they have nothing but stormtroopers on board.
Excellent reference, Captain.
Which brings
That
us
reference
back
is
to
400 years old.
Commander Anderson. Yes, there would be a lower
Still
decks.
enjoyed that movie in the vintage collection.
So our attack pattern is still active, right?
Yep.
Shiv.
And I will.
Oh, go ahead. I forgot.
I
It's
will
your turn.
once again open fire on the Kelvin ship with the photon, or not the photons, the phaser bank.
Okay,
Just a
difficulty
moment,
will be
and
1.
roll.
So
That's
security,
reduced, right?
control, yeah.
Okay.
Task roll 2, complication range 1, difficulty 1. And if you could do the same for the ship, please. 5 phases.
And that's a good hit.
You do 5 shield damage.
Shiv, when one of these ships explodes, can we get a Wilhelm scream, please?
No, because in space, no one can hear you scream. Pro tip.
Yeah, we seem to be doing all right, so I'll go for another attack pattern.
Is that control and helm?
Daring and Daring and Con.
That's right. Difficulty 2.
I thought it was wrong, and because I realized
Ooh,
I was
nice.
looking at ramming
Nice.
speed.
And if you could do the thing on the Pendragon, please.
Excellent. Main momentum.
I've just read the message that Stormy sent me, and that was not something I would expect from you, Stormy-chan. I'm not going to even enlighten anyone as to what she said, but Stormy, that is the last thing I'd expect from you. Although it is hilarious.
Am I wrong, though?
I mean, if that's what you think it looks like, that's not what I picture it looking like.
Now I need to know.
Is that a Canadian thing?
It's
Is it something
a
to do with
working in the
asteroid?
health industry thing.
Oh my.
Is it that asteroid looks like a boob implant?
I don't think so.
See, now that you said that, Shiv's gonna not be able to unsee that.
Sorry.
It's made from 98% silicon. Stormy,
2%
Captain
is real
Talor,
boob.
Yes,
it is your turn.
I wanna shoot on a ship.
Yep.
Which one would you like to shoot at?
The one that
Top,
has
middle,
low
or bottom?
shield.
That would be the Caldon class heavy cruiser. If you could do for me, control, security. Difficulty is 2 because you've already attacked once, so difficulty has gone up to the regular default.
So complication range is difficulty. I always get this.
Nope. No,
the-
complication range is something else. Difficulty is
Okay.
how many successes you need. I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that has nothing to do with. I always got that confused. I was like, complication, difficulty. Okay, so that's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Complication
so
range is
everything
1.
stays the same.
Task roll is 2. Success rate is 2.
And don't forget your focuses if any of them like count.
Beautiful. Look at that.
And if you could fire the ship's phasers, please.
Say that 5 times fast.
That 5 times fast.
Excellent. Yep. Woo!
And that was also a complication on the ship, so you're going to lose an extra power. If you could please, Nitro.
Ooh.
Sure. We're down to 11.
Okay, that's
And
still
you
plenty.
have done...
We can't see the health for the Galor or Kelvin class ship.
No, but I can.
Are we supposed to be able to?
I think he wants it to be a surprise.
We could
It's
probably
something,
figure it
it's
out
something
if we
just for
stand
the
it.
threes of viewers to enjoy. Okay, you have done
See.
a hull breach. Oh, I can even tell you which system you will have hit. Yeah, you've done a very nasty hit to the Cowden,
Yeah, that's
breaching its hull, and it will be unable to take a turn in the next round.
ooh.
Oh man, I bet you we hit it right in the isometric Verdion pulse actuator.
Right in it. Right in it. That was a hell of a shot by the captain.
What would you like the Mordred to do?
Captain?
Fire on that one ahead of it.
Okay.
Because it can't get a shot on the Nexus, right?
Mm.
Mordred is going to fire its phaser array on the Galor class.
Lock phasers and fire.
And miss.
What's that thing I do? Attack patterned. That's it.
I mean, at this point, I'm you know, all cards on the
I know.
table. I did just put the Mordred in play just so I could hear Aurora's speech. Not gonna lie.
Well, I don't blame you in the slightest.
I just like the ship. I think the ship's cool.
It's such a cool ship. So that takes us to the enemy turn. The Cowden class is going to sit there, plasma venting out of its hull, the crew kind of bricking it and trying to get main power back online, or at least temporarily restored. The U.S.S. Nexus, no, we'll go with the Galor. The Galor is going to take a shot at the Mordred with disruptor banks. And completely fucking miss.
That ship knows how we feel playing PTM.
The Nexus is going to maneuver itself next to the silicon booby asteroid thing and fire its phaser array at the Pendragon. Ooh, got a hit. And it does no damage because you it only did 6 damage, and your resistance is 6.
I thought it was. Oh yeah, it was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to your turn. Actually, yeah, Kemi, I like that idea. We'll do that. We'll make it
You
so.
actually do that. Yeah, that's actually how it works in that mech game. To know any information about the enemy, you have to scan them first.
Gonna fire quantum torpedoes at the Kelvin class ship.
Oh, you nasty, nasty man. Okay.
Torpedoes.
Control. Security. Difficulty is 2. That is reduced by 1 because it's usually
still
difficulty
1.
3
Okay.
with torpedoes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, backseat
Yeah, that's
GM.
Sorry.
And increases threat.
Holy shit.
I mean, you can
I
still
might be able
use
to get
the
it.
Pendragon to fire and it might get a critical.
I'm gonna use one of our momentum to reroll one of those dice.
Ooh, okay.
That sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that worked amazingly well. All right, here goes nothing. Nope.
Well, we didn't lose a power.
I hit one of those little asteroid things that is in the way.
Yep.
That's why the asteroids spin.
Space wind.
That's right.
Pro 2.
Attack pattern.
It's funny because space wind sounds ridiculous, but it totally exists.
I think it does, yeah.
Well, it's the solar wind is basically that.
Oh, it's gonna do that to us.
Oh God, we're
It
as
could've
bad
been
as they are
worse.
now. Oh my God, zeros
It could have been
across
a
the
lot
board.
worse.
That's true.
And last but not least, Captain Talor.
How are we doing for power?
We're at 10 out of 16.
Can I scan for a weakness?
Yes! Which ship?
Probably the one that's the weakest, the bottom one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keldon class. That will be, first of all, reason and science.
Control and science task, and then the
Reason
ship
and
can assist
science.
with reason.
The chocolate chew.
Oh, my reason's better in science. Okay, and then the ship can assist with sensors and security.
Yep.
Okay.
You'll find there's a button for it.
I was gonna say there should be a.
Yeah, there's
Yep,
a scan for
scan
weakness
buttons.
button.
It's in science. Right?
I don't have the macro thing open all the time, so I never pay attention. I have to click on it again to look.
Ooh.
And if you could do the ship task, please, Stormy-chan?
Click on the ship, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
it's at the top, right?
Scan for
Scan
weakness.
for weakness. It's on the bottom.
Yeah, those the
That's
macros for the
2/3
ships are
there it
organized alphabetically.
Ooh, momentum.
Yeah, you get 3 momentum for that. And I will be able to tell you the Keldon class ship has no shields left.
Excellent.
It is ever so slightly damaged and has 6 power left.
Ooh.
And for until my next turn, we gain a piercing 2.
Yep.
Please
Which
remind
means
me
that
of
we
that.
could go. We can go partially through the shields of one of the ships, right?
Yep.
So we could attack the Nexus if we wanted.
Well, would that piercing only be for the ship that we scanned?
Piercing
yeah, probably.
ignores piercing 2. Was that? So that with piercing 2, for each effect you roll, you will ignore 2 points of resistance.
Oh, so it's not even the shield. Okay, that's awesome. Just does more damage, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just the shield that gets the resistance, or is it the ship itself?
The ship itself as well.
So it's
But
the
you know what they
Mordred
say? Resistance is futile.
Doesn't look very futile.
He's going to regret that. Right in his heart. What would you like the Mordred to do?
Captain, you should guide the spiky ship.
Tell them what to do.
Oh, spiky ship. Okay, I get it now.
Pointy arrow.
Yeah.
Looks like you could throw it, and it's a perfect ship for ramming.
Like a dart.
Yeah. What was that sound effect I made? Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Tina.
Let's fire on the itty bitty.
The Nexus? Or the Galo?
No, not. We can't shoot the Nexus. It's behind the asteroid. I don't have a clear field of view on that one. So
Okay.
Oop.
Mordred is going to fire with phaser cannons on the Galo.
Mm-hmm.
Lock phaser
Nope.
cannons and fire.
A miss.
apparently the ship sneezed.
It did look like that, didn't it?
Okay, the Keldon class is back up. It's going to move there. And then it's going to take... That's probably a really bad idea, but bollocks to it. In for a penny, in for a pound. They're going to fire with disruptor banks on the Pendragon, and they're going to charge it up with some extra power. And completely fucking miss. Oh wait! Oh wait! We got a hit! We got a hit because that's a critical. Yes!
Boo.
And Vicious X
let him
because
have his fun.
disruptors. 9, 10, 11,
He's
12.
barely got to hit anything. Let him have his fun.
Say that now.
8 overall shield damage to the Pendragon.
8.
Disruptor banks, baby.
Well,
There we
that one ship doesn't have shields anymore, so we could now use torpedoes on it. Not.
We could, but it's a difficulty of 3, which is a lot.
Can we
Difficulty of
assist?
2.
Like, can someone
No,
else
it's
assist
3.
that?
I know, but with my thing still active. Oh, wait, no.
You
my
failed
thing
it.
Didn't work. Yeah,
No,
that's
you
right.
failed it. Your thing didn't work.
Wah, wah,
The one
wah.
of 2 things I'm good at, I failed.
Gale class is going to fire disruptor banks on the Mordred. And completely miss.
Didn't even do enough damage anyway.
The Nexus is going to fire phasers on the slightly less shielded U.S.S. Pendragon.
Ugh, that's a big hit.
Unfortunately, no, it's not. You have a resistance of 6. It did 6 damage. It just bounces off your shields.
I thought the criticals would have an impact.
No, not for a phaser array. Phaser
Okay.
array hasn't got the vicious. Vicious is the one that adds extra damage for each effect.
Uh-huh.
Phaser array effect is charge, I believe.
All right, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Permission to use some momentum.
Yeah, I think we have like 5 or 6.
We have 5 right now.
What's the cap? 7? 6?
Something like that. 7 or 8.
I'm going to buy 2 extra dice, and I'm going to fire the quantum torpedoes at the Kelvin.
That's going to cost you 3 momentum in total.
Is that okay, everybody? Let's see if I can kill this sucker.
So what's the success needed for that?
3.
3.
Can someone assist on that? Oh, never mind.
Already fired. And fire.
And you get a momentum back.
Nice.
Seven. Jesus! That's 7 damage.
To the hull.
Big bada boom.
Oh, and I took out their computer. Well, I hit their computers.
No, that will destroy the computers at 7.
Commander, I think you hit him right in their balanced photon
Working.
polarizing array.
That's exactly where I hit.
Good shot, Commander.
Keldon will be unable to take a turn in the next go. It's also
Oh,
hurt
some
real
ships
bad.
that
However-
can't go, right?
I was aiming for their oscillating microscopic thermal pulse catalyst.
Well, either way, it was a good shot, Commander.
Thank you.
So is that 2 ships now that can't take a turn?
No, just the one. But I want you to know that your crew are currently sounding like actuating tertiary spatial invariant sustainers.
Fair
I'll
enough.
have you know it's pronounced tertiary, or however I pronounced it last time.
Tertiary.
Well, it's
Uh,
it looks like their nano shield array is out of
Oh.
commission.
What button does that? That's cool.
Damage.
Ah.
It also pops
Yeah,
up if
there's
you
a
ask
damage
for a
report
damage
button.
report.
nice.
I've been busy. Unfortunately,
So-
Roll20 lets me down sometimes.
Did that piercing
okay.
effect also help with Anderson's shot then?
Mhm.
That's why I only got a hit of 4, but it was actually 7 because I think of the critical and the piercing.
Oh, hang on, those were quantums, right?
Yes.
Ah! I miscalculated. You blew that
Oh.
ship up,
Oh,
because you would have done
Yay!
about 11 or 12 damage in that case.
I was
The-
gonna
the,
say,
uh,
weren't quantum torpedoes like really powerful?
They're
Yes.
very powerful. Yes.
see, this is why you speak up and make the GM think about it.
Thank you.
Because
The computers went down really hard right before the ship blew up.
Yeah. They're like, oh no, our computers are.
Captain, it's like we're using Windows ME.
Actually, it's very, very perfect because my computer once upon a time had a Windows ME and it just ate itself. It corrupted its own system files. And that was it. Which was very common with Windows ME. What a terrible thing. Anyway, it is Pro2's turn.
Yes.
So which
really
one
need an
gets taken off the
explosion
board? The
gift.
bottom one?
I think I used to have one.
What was that,
I
Captain?
used to have. Yeah,
The bottom one is gone? Okay.
correct.
And that was the big, mean, meaty one as well.
Yeah.
So I guess. I mean, there's no real use in me moving the ship because moving would be a full action. It'd be better to just.
No,
Take
moving.
another
If
attack
you
pattern.
move within close range, it's not a full action.
How far is close range?
Not across the map, and not half. Anywhere than less than half across the map. So a quarter of the map
I
at
see
most.
that now. Yeah, the maneuver thing says medium range. Okay. Because I'd probably just pull up closer to the Mordred to get more in line to fire on the other ship, rather than just being static and shooting lasers. So where's my mouse? There it is. I'm going to move. Is here all right?
Yep.
Here-ish.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack pattern.
Which is daring and con, as we figured out.
Yes.
And if you could do it for the ship, please.
It's at the beginning because it starts with an A. Nope. Should I
And you're going to lose an extra point of power for that. So that was
should I
complication.
re-roll? Should I re-roll one of mine?
if you like.
Because I can't
Mhm.
re-roll the ships.
But you are still going to lose a power for the complication that you rolled for the ship.
That's fine.
I think it's
I should
worthwhile.
Mark that. I'll mark that now so I don't forget. So we are at 8 out of 16 power.
Give it a shot.
So yeah, I'll re-roll. It's task roll 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Lovely.
Got that momentum right back.
You did. And that will decrease difficulty on the next attack. Captain Talor,
So who did you shoot at?
The other enemy ship, the other
Oh, the
non-Federation
top
ship.
one.
Yeah.
And do we know what the shield status is on that ship or no?
No.
I do, and the people watching at home do.
But we don't.
I'm gonna go look.
So-
No, I'm kidding. I won't do that.
A scan would be helpful here, actually. Shield's got to be fairly low, though. It's got hit a couple times by the Mordred.
All right, so I guess I will. Okay, here's the question because I
Stop
still
looking at me
have
like that, Shiver.
the piercing effect for this turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, till the end of your turn. Yeah, you do still have it, so it might be worthwhile firing too.
Can I scan for weakness and fire? Like, are one a
Mm-mm.
bonus action or one or the
Well,
other?
normally, no. However, because you have Commander Anderson with you, and also you yourself have this power, once per battle scene, you are able to use a special power from the command thing that actually allows you to do 2 major actions for free. But it would be sacrificing, it's effectively sacrificing another person's action. So, yeah, actually you can't. Because Commander Anderson's already been. But Commander Anderson could be like, instead of me doing this, I'm going to give my turn to another person.
Okay.
So I've got to work that out in my own
has-
head first.
Yeah, that
I
and
think
the
it would
captain
be
has
more
that.
worthwhile to probably try to scan for weakness and try and prolong the higher damage. Plus, then we can find out how
Yeah.
we're sitting
What
with
the
this
shields are at?
ship. Yeah. So I'll
Then
scan for weakness and
Scans only difficulty 1, if I remember.
Nope.
So.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficulty 0.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's also a good way to generate momentum.
Oh no, it is difficulty 1, scan for
Mhm.
weakness. My mistake. Sensor sweep is difficulty 0.
Oh, okay. Nice.
There we go. Nice.
Good
job.
If you do it on the ship, please.
Scan for weakness.
Lovely. And was this on the Gallo class or
Galler.
the Nexus?
Yep.
Okay.
The Galler.
Not the Nexus. I think we're trying to preserve that ship.
The Gallo
Let's see if we can
class
figure out a way
is currently shields left are 2, 4, 6, 7. Power should actually be a 6.
Out of curiosity, do we have any disruptor cannons or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We have phasers, photons, and quantums.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm working ahead and figuring out how to deal with the Nexus.
Federation ships don't carry disruptor cannons.
I had a feeling that was the case, but
What would you like the Mordred to do, Captain Talor?
Fire on the Gaylor class.
Yeah? Okie dokie.
Wait, so if it separates, that means there's 2 turns.
3.
It
Three
turns into
turns.
3.
Yeah, it's a triplicate ship. And yeah, it would
Then
get 3 turns.
Let's separate it.
Deal.
Okie dokie.
Now he gets to
Sorry,
play that audio.
I just had that thought of it. Wait, I remember this last time. That ship got, at least 2 shots.
Tactical. Prepare for multi-vector assault mode.
It's awesome.
Now, is there a way to combine those 3 ships with our ship to become a really big, Megazord of some kind?
No!
Damn. But I want to be Voltron.
Ship space
So-
alone was like, oh, you thought of a good no.
Ship's like, I really want to do that, and no, it's not possible.
So that means that round for the extra piercing damage, that includes all 3 of those turns too, right?
Nope. That's only for the
No.
Pendragon.
The
Okay.
Pendragon has that ability. Yeah. But it's still 3 ships. It's gonna be pew pew.
And the Mordred Saucer section is now going to fire phaser cannons on the Galor.
Lock phaser cannons and fire!
Oh boy.
I love the sound of that cannon.
Thank you. It was a pain in the ass to make.
Part of the reason that the Defiant was one of my favorite ships is it's really little, and it has all of these crazy weapons that these other enormous ships have.
I really love the Delta Flyer.
Oh, that was a cool ship.
Such a cute little fast baby.
Ooh,
And the
engines are
phaser
in
cannons
trouble.
knock out the shields on the Gallo class ship, disable its engines for the next turn.
Ooh.
Battle section, noticing the disarray, or there ain't no shields, is going to fire a photon torpedo on the Gallo class. But
Ready
miss.
the photon torpedoes.
And most because I like the way she says photon torpedo. The next section is also going to fire a photon torpedo at Gallo class.
I really like the way she says multi-vector.
Tactical. Fire torpedo.
Awesome, that one hit.
And has knocked out the communications array on the Gallo class, as well as disabling it for 2 turns in total.
Ooh.
They're having a bad day.
The Nexus is going to come stupidly close to the Pendragon and ram it.
Yeah!
Ramming speed 0. That's really slow.
Captain, they're gonna hit us. I think. Yeah, no, yeah, they're moving very
They're
slowly.
coming right
though.
for us, really slowly.
I dodged, but it's not my turn.
Okay, so that is going to be doing 3 damage, and also
To the shields.
that'll be
No.
directly to the hull.
Okay.
Damn it. Shiv, you're a jerk.
And it will disable your computers for the next turn. However, because it's only a little weedy, cheedy, whitey, tiny little thing, and, you know, they're a bit strange, that's actually going to blow up the Nexus in the process.
Whoopsie.
That's problematic. Well,
And
that really,
goes back around to you.
changes what I'm gonna do.
That was Shiv saying, no, you can't save this ship. I'll stop
Yep.
it now for you.
Pretty much. I was getting ready to launch some shuttlecraft to board the Nexus.
So much for preserving Starfleet
You know what?
assets.
Screw it. Let's have some fun. Captain, permission to separate the saucer section.
You can't.
Why not?
You didn't want it during Starship creation, so you don't have saucer separation.
Wait,
Well,
we had the option?
Yeah.
Do you mean
We
you
could
guys are the reason I can't be Voltron? Damn it.
We could launch a couple
Remember
shuttles
this.
and like cut the ship in half.
Just send
Anyway.
Pro2 out with a hacksaw, you know.
Yeah,
That's right. Status report, Pro2. Gonna be here for a while.
20
up
years
being like
later,
a-
I'm about 10 centimetres into the hull, sir.
Be like the little droids in Star Wars that kept getting blown off the back of that ship.
Hmm.
All right. Are
Go on.
are photons also 3 or are they 2?
That's 3 as well.
Okay.
Don't forget, you can
Successful
also
with
use a
my thing.
spread.
You were successful. Yeah, it's 2. Ooh, how does that work?
Basically, you fire 3
Yeah,
or
check
4
that out.
torpedoes at difficulty 3.
Intriguing. Where is
Big
that?
bada boom.
Which sheet is that on?
Security and tactical.
Mm,
Kill shit, turn left,
Would
no
they-
there is. But yeah, that's pretty accurate, Tina.
With the spread, can you choose what type of missile it is?
You can do
Yeah.
quantum or photon.
Ooh.
I just don't see it on the
Yeah, it's not
security
on
and
there.
tactical reference.
But you have to trust me that, yeah, you can. You can totally do that.
Okay.
I don't know,
Well
Shiv.
then-
Do we want to trust you?
I'm gonna fire a spread of quantum torpedoes.
Because
And I'm going-
screw these guys, they ruined our party.
Yeah, it game over. And I'm using 2 extra dice, so that's 3 momentum.
Yep.
I'm sucking up momentum here.
Alright.
And you get 1 momentum
There we go.
back. And if you could do, I
And
believe there is a quantum
Oh.
spread.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Fine.
There actually is not a quantum. Oh, there's a photon torpedo spread. There is a quantum torpedo salvo. There we go. Oh, that didn't sound comfortable for their ship.
Big bada boom.
Very big bada boom.
Work on some of these. Some reason some of them randomly just repeat, even though they shouldn't randomly repeat. But if I hit it, it does it exactly how it's supposed to do, which doesn't help me test it.
No, it sure doesn't.
Because
It's for emphasis.
where is it? If I do it right now,
Totally fine.
couldn't be any more
Yeah.
perfect.
Mhm.
Someone else does it. Some reason it ignores play once. Anyway, you have done a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You have done 18 damage. That's going to destroy the Gallo class. Well done.
Thank you. Open a channel to the Pro2. Can you open a channel to the U.S.S. Mordred for us?
Looks like the situation is under control now. Bring the ship back together.
I will now that I had fun watching it transform again.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was a way to get the gif of it transforming just to play.
Thank you very much, U.S.S. Mordred, for your assistance in battle. It came at the perfect time.
Incoming transmission.
Glad to be of assistance, Pendragon. We'll head back to patrol. Mordred, out.
Awesome. So awesome.
And Captain Perfetto, aboard the Mordred, fucks off.
At rapid speeds.
Faster than light. Ah. Folon, having been in contact with Starbase 11 and reporting the situation to Fleet Captain Bathory, suggests they follow the degrading warp trail of the U.S.S. Nexus in order to find what the fuck just happened and how the Marquis were able to get a hold of the Federation starship.
Instructions, Captain. Are we going to follow those orders?
Sorry, I was distracted. So Folon tried to get a hold of Starbase 11, you said?
Yeah.
Did get out.
Oh, okay. And
This is
did
a
they
knock.
answer back?
Yes, they asked us to follow the decaying warp trail that was left behind by the U.S.S. Nexus when it arrived, so we can try and find out where they came from and how the hell they got hold of one of our ships.
Do we have a risk assessment going into this?
It's the Maquis. It's always risky.
Be violating any borders by following the trail?
Unknown without knowing where the warp trail leads.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Should
say.
probably
Too.
scan it, see where it tells us.
Do you
Can we do a
believe-
long range scan on the warp trail?
Yes. Insight, science, difficulty 3. The ship can assist with sensors and science.
Do I put
Okay.
the damage for computers back to 0 now?
Yes. And you can reset the power as well, and the shields and all that.
Okay. What did you say it was? Sensors and
Science. Sensors and science for the ship assist, and insight and science for the main role. Difficulty is 3.
Yeesh. Come on, ship. Yeah.
I can offer you success at cost if you'd like.
I'm good with that. Are you guys okay with that?
sure.
Okay. I'm going to make it the most basic of things. I'm going to take a threat. The warp trail.
We should have asked what cost meant.
It can vary. The warp trail leads to the Badlands. It hasn't started to degrade that much, but due to the nature of the Badlands, getting a precise location at this range is impossible.
As the non-Trekkie here, what is the Badlands?
The Badlands is a very, very intense nebula that ships tend not to enter because it's extremely dangerous, but the Maquis live there and are therefore able to defend it because it is very hard to traverse. The Badlands is
space. Got it.
the Badlands is inside Federation space, so we should be good.
Proceed.
Well, I am a good pilot.
Get us going, Pro 2.
I guess warp to there, or to wherever we're going.
Okay.
Whatever warp Talor says.
How fast shall we approach this situation, Captain?
Do we know what the degradation half-life is?
We probably would, but I don't know what it is.
I mean, you'd probably want to go there at warp 9, but it's not going to take you long to get there anyway.
We'll definitely be able to follow it if we reset our nanopolaron frequency regulator.
Regulator
That
is always
feature-
needing resetting.
That button is the best thing you ever gave us, Shiv.
Yep.
I like the damage report more.
Yeah, now that I know that's a thing, I'm going to use that.
I put in things like that. Looks like someone said something bad about a Klingon's mother. A Tellarite on a bad day. I had fun with that one.
Please proceed at warp 8.
Anything you wish to discuss on your way?
So, should we go get drunk after this?
I am afraid that my body is unable to process alcohol, Commander.
You can fake it. I'm sure you have a program for a subroutine for that.
I'm not sure. Let me look through my archives. And I just sit there, staring at the ceiling.
Do you believe your pre-celebration is a bit premature?
Roger that, Captain.
Database, that's the one I'm looking for.
I do believe we have to
Data
consider-
banks? That's terrible.
Because what they're called.
He only knows that from the law.
Oh.
Is
Oh.
that L-O-R-E or L-O-R?
Lore.
Yes.
But if you want, we could sing a song.
No.
I get that reference because it's written on my character sheet.
Okay.
I do believe we have to consider what our next course of action will be if we run into the mine again.
Captain Talor,
Not
do you know any
being-
good ship songs?
Vulcans do not like to sing.
I find that hard to believe.
Not what you call a jovial bunch.
Your grasp of human idioms is getting better and better all the time.
Seem to be
Commander,
surrounded by many humans.
Commander, I did not find any drunk subroutines, but I did find an archive of travel songs. Would you like to hear one?
Yes.
Yes.
99 bottles of Romulan ale on the wall. 99 bottles of ale. You take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of Romulan ale on the wall. 98 bottles. And I just keep singing that until somebody stops me.
How does that go?
No, I'm not.
That's excellent, Pro 2. I appreciate your rendition. And Romulan Ale is banned by the Federation.
I know, but it was the only drink I knew the name of.
Do you believe we cannot get there fast enough?
The Badlands is an area of space along the borders of Federation space. It is filled with powerful, dangerous plasma storms and gravitational anomalies. Pendragon arrives just on the outskirts.
Captain, it is very unadvisable to take a full-size starship into the Badlands. Shall we proceed on a shuttlecraft?
Do you believe you are correct?
I think it's fair to point out that the Sovereign class would be advanced enough to just go into the Badlands and not have to worry too much about things.
I'll admit, when I heard Badlands, I didn't picture flying between giant columns of flame.
Yeah, I'm not really... Okay, sure. Pro 2, how is your... do you feel up to this navigational challenge?
Very.
I remember
right,
a
take-
TNG episode that didn't go so well like this.
You're right. Go ahead, Pro 2, take us in. And prepare the escape pods.
Okay. While you are in the Badlands, you will have a +1 difficulty to all helm and course plotting tasks. Complication or failure to fly an intended course through the Badlands can result in the ship getting lost inside the plasma storm. You also have a +2 difficulty to scan related tasks because of the plasma storms.
But guess what? Pro 2's an android. He's got the augmented ability. So if any of those rolls use con, I get to decrease the difficulty by 2.
And if you were taking a shuttlecraft in, that shuttlecraft would probably be torn to pieces.
I mean, yeah. You say that like it's not a possibility that we could be torn to pieces anyway.
Oh yeah,
We
but
did
you
do
know,
that in TNG for navigation, and they didn't do too bad.
in the Badlands for TNG.
Not the Badlands.
Yes, someone Yeah, did bloody.
All right, so what do we need to do here?
So did you say our scanners are good in here, or they're not?
They're bad.
+2 difficulty for any tasks relating to scanning.
Can we
And
still
Pro
pick
2
up the trail?
Pro 2, does your +2 include scanning or
sorry.
just con?
Anything that has to do with con.
Okay.
Con
So
roll.
not
Also,
scanning.
it's not difficulty, sorry. I had the card up and I still read it wrong. It's complication range.
Oh, interesting. Well, I guess we should try to scan for the warp trail again. Although they wouldn't have been at warp going through the Badlands. So perhaps there's a plasma wake left behind from the ship?
Feels short range. We might be able to have more success than long range.
Let's do a broad sensor sweep to see if we can detect a trail from those ships.
This is going to be an extended task. I know you loved it.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is you are not limited by attempts or intervals.
Yay!
Also, Commander Anderson, one of my focuses is active for anything I try and do while piloting the ship. Because I took a really good focus.
Yeah, my focuses... I'm very good with ships. My focuses are Starship Weapon Systems, Starship Recognition, Starship Power Systems, Starship Computer Systems, and Shuttlecraft Operations and Composure.
I have both large spacecraft piloting and shuttle piloting.
Ooh, nice.
I'm
I have
good
a
at
button
piloting.
that I can press just to blow any of you up whenever I want.
You're the DM,
Yeah,
yes,
but-
of course you do.
It's called a
Well,
Borg
that's not
cube.
playing fair.
It's a cube-shaped button. All right. I'm
So,
going...
sensor sweep is reason
mhm.
and science task. The ship can assist with sensors and science, and others can assist you as well, as long as they are P&L.
I got the ship.
Difficulty is 3.
You're going to assist? Oh, you're going to do the ship. Captain
the ship,
Talar,
yeah.
would you be able to assist me with this task?
Sure, what do I have to roll?
You need to RP it first. So how are you going to help me?
Sorry. What are we doing?
Sensor sweep to try and
Okay.
find the trail from the ships.
I short scan.
Mm-hmm. So
Do
how
you
would...
believe that's a good idea?
Could you assist me with the computer systems?
She could try nullifying the phase Verteron feed harmonic.
Sounds
Could.
dirty. What
Well,
you
while
just
you're
said.
doing that, I'm going to
Working.
extend the primary quantum feed grid. I like that one.
That one's
That's a good
better.
one.
All right. I'm
What do
going to
I
do
have
my
to-
roll here.
Okay,
have to roll?
Law. Do insight and science. Complication range is 3. Task roll is
Ooh.
1.
Complication range 3?
Anderson, you will be doing reason, science, task roll 2, complication range 3.
Good to know.
Oh,
You're only
Nice.
supposed to roll 1 die.
You're only supposed to roll 1 dice.
Challenge,
Oh, okay.
not task die is 1.
You got that, yeah.
sorry, I thought you said 2.
Sorry,
I
I might have done
forget.
it's just in my excitement.
Hey, I got it. Well, I think I did. It's 3, right?
Yep,
Hmm.
you got exactly
Beautiful.
that. And what is your science for?
My science?
Roll 6 challenge dice for me, please.
6 challenge dice.
Wow.
Ah, that's
Ooh.
better. You pick up traces of the ship's ionic signature. It leads you further into the Badlands.
Pro2, can you please follow that trail closely?
Aye, Commander. And I
I
will
do
navigate
believe
the
we
ship.
should proceed at impulse.
Yes. And not at full impulse.
I don't have a button for that.
I don't know how Nakara's doing this, but it's genius.
My
Yeah, I was like, I'm the one driving. I should have pushed the button, but I don't have that button.
I never closed the combat helper thing, so it just stayed up after the battle.
I have a habit of closing it when it's not my turn. What do I roll, Chief?
I don't know. What are you doing? You're moving the ship.
Yeah, I'm moving the ship.
Control and con. Difficulty is 3. Complication range is 3. Task roll is 2.
And then I put it back down to complication range of 1 because of my augmented ability. So that what was for the ship?
The ship is going to be engines of con.
Engines and con. Gotcha.
On.
Nice.
No, nothing. Okay.
Wrong
Dang.
We got some momentum. We got some momentum.
I
man.
giggled.
Well, I'll give you a momentum for giggling.
I giggled in my head.
Androids can giggle.
No, but
Dream of
Nitro
electric
can.
sheep too.
I think androids can giggle, but it's so creepy that people don't want them to.
Ha ha ha.
Ugh.
Okay. You have successfully managed to follow the residue from the ionic signature of the U.S.S. Nexus engines to another focal point.
Oh, I don't get to roll the challenge die. I'm sad.
Excellent.
How would you like to pick up?
I guess we're going to need to scan again for the trail. So,
Yes,
would I
darling.
be able to would I be able to assist by kind of looking at what the best route through here coming out would be to kind of help match up with where to scan?
I like that, yes. Insight and con to assist. Complication range is 3
Beautiful.
base, but you're going to reduce that to 1. Task roll is 1 for the assist. Anderson,
I'll let yep.
reason, science, complication range 3, task roll 2, difficulty 3.
Ah!
Wow.
6.
Good job, guys.
And the ship
can
also.
assist.
Ship
Yep.
also.
Oh,
assists.
Well, do we really need a ship
sensors
assist?
and science.
Oh, it all helps. Since you've already hit the maximum momentum, so there is nothing to gain.
I want to roll anyway. See what I get. There we go.
Bam.
And Captain Anderson, if you could roll 6 challenge dice, please.
Captain Anderson, did I
Commander
die?
Anderson.
Did I get a battlefield promotion from the GM? My word.
Full on.
Well, that would make
the
Captain Talor suddenly Admiral Talor.
Yeah, right? Ooh, there we go.
Job.
Thank you.
This is why you roll, because you usually roll the best.
After following the remaining EM trail, you find an area within the Badlands that shows traces in the background radiation of a small starship battle. You pick up a new EM trail, much smaller. According to Starfleet databanks, it is exactly the same kind of trail used in previous Marquis attacks when they board starship transport vessels to steal their cargo.
Captain, I have a Can androids get feelings?
No,
Not emotion.
you mean
but
intuition?
feelings. Yeah.
No, it'd probably be more like, this is my analysis.
No, but I'm pretty sure androids can have a learned behavior.
Well, yeah, that too.
Captain, I have an insight into thinking that we might be wandering into an ambush.
With the Maquis, that's always a distinct possibility.
Have already been attacked by them once today. Do not count the possibility.
What are your orders, Captain? Should we continue to trail this Maquis?
So did you say what was in front of us? Sorry?
You've managed to find background radiation consistent with a small starship battle. You've picked up a new trail, much smaller, and according to Starfleet databanks, it's exactly the same kind of trail used in previous Marquis attacks when they board starship transport vessels to steal their cargo.
Basically, they were
found a boarding craft.
boarded.
Yeah. You found the trail from the boarding craft.
Do you believe this is one of the boarding crafts or the boarding craft that might have intercepted the next?
Well, it's hard to say. I would assume so, but it could also have been the either of the Cardassian ships, I suppose.
And we didn't pick up any other trail but this one?
But the presence of the Cardassians in this area would be violating Federation space.
We're only this trail only comes toward is only going in one direction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is deeper into the Badlands.
I was kind of asking because I was thinking if maybe they boarded the ship, took control over the ship, and then if there were any survivors, maybe they took them, or surviving Federation people, they would take them back to wherever the boarding craft came from. But if the route is only, or if the trail is only one way, I don't think that they went back.
Well, we've come this far. I don't believe we gain anything by back now.
Just because you've only detected one trail doesn't mean that there is only one trail.
True. Touché.
Captain, I suggest we continue to follow this to its conclusion.
Concur. Nothing is going to be gained by turning back now, especially when we have been asked to investigate where the Nexus was intercepted or who did it.
We also need to gather information so we can help other Starfleet ships to defend themselves from the Maquis. If the Maquis are able to capture Starfleet vessels, that is quite disturbing.
Also be a area to avoid if we know what we're looking for. So to please continue.
Right. I will continue driving the ship into the fiery hellscape.
That's exactly what we're asking.
Control. Con. Difficulty is 3. Complication range is 3. Reduced to 1. Ship can assist with engines and con.
And feel free to use some momentum if you want. Since we're maxed.
No, I don't need any.
Nope. Wow.
You proceed along, following the remainder of the EM trail. It comes to an end, according to your current readouts.
All right, I will once again instigate a sensor sweep to try and locate the trail.
May I
Reason.
assist again by doing
Reason,
the thing I did
science.
last time?
Reason, science, difficulty 3. Complication range of 3. Pro 2, you are going to do insight, con. Task roll 1. Complication range is 1 for you. The ship can assist with, well, there's no point. Wonderful.
Wow.
There's your dice roll.
The twos mean I'm rolling like crits.
No.
So I've rolled like no.
No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I do have my focus on, because it has to do with
Sorry.
I thought I was. I know it's fine. I just thought I was getting stupidly lucky and rolling crits like in a row.
And Commander Anderson, if you could roll for me 6 challenge dice, please.
Oh, sorry about that. I should have
That's fine.
known that already.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. That's good. Not bad, but not as good.
You're able to find traces of the ship and its direction. Unfortunately, with the data you've already gathered, you're unable to get a precise location of where it has originated from. You need more information.
Pro 2, please continue along the path, following the ship.
So kind of just keep going in the same direction that or the same heading that we've been going on.
Control.
Yeah,
Con.
just...
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Control. Con. Difficulty 3. Complication range 3. Task roll 2.
Engines con.
There you go. Pendragon successfully glides along through the Badlands, finding its way in between various plasma eddies and gravitational anomalies until it comes to a halt due to lack of information.
All right. Scanning again.
Reason. Science. Difficulty 3. Complication range 3. Task roll 2. Ship
Please
can assist.
continue to assist Pro 2.
Yes, Commander.
Insight.
Really,
Con.
really.
Complication range 1 for you.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that
That's
that 0. The really scary pink 0.
Don't forget the ship can assist as well.
Yes.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
was waiting for him to reroll.
Wonderful. And Commander Anderson, if you could roll 6 challenge dice, please.
Ooh, there we go.
That's perfect.
Well, I am fairly perfect.
I know.
Don't call you the space pope for nothing.
After following the EM trail, you are able to track the origin of the ship back to a small celestial object, not too far from the Pendragon's current position. Sensors show a power signature coming from the planetoid matching previously found marquee holdings. The sensor readout shows no vessels in the vicinity.
So we found the base, but no vessels nearby.
And on that note, we'll take a break.
Okay. Oh, phew. I thought, like...
We'll be right back.
And on that note, your ship explodes.
in the body.
Does nobody remember that
Good
from the
to know.
Star Trek movie?
Which Star Trek movie? There's been
The
like
ones with
12.
Chris Pine. The one when he gave him the vaccine to get him on board with
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yes.
I got numb tongue. And his like
That was
hands are
awesome.
like the size
was
of
the-
like cartoon mitts.
That was like
Yeah, but-
2009. Yeah.
You only watched
Good.
that movie for one reason, Stormy.
Absolutely.
Because of all of the entertaining starship action.
Dr. McCoy has my heart.
She likes
You
Judge
must,
Dredd.
you must love the boys then.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
I still love that moment in The Boys in the very first season where it says, "Well, if it isn't the invisible cunt."
That's the only line I know from that series because it's been memed everywhere.
It's so good. Oh, man. Anyway.
He was pretty swoon-worthy in Lord of the Rings too. So, but anyway, I digress.
Was he in Ghost Ship as well?
Ghost Ship.
He was in.
That might be a bit of a
Thor.
B horror movie, but
I don't watch horror movies. They scare me.
He was in. Thor.
oh, he was. Thank you, Kemi. That was a good movie. I like Ghost Ship.
He was
Yeah, he
the-
was
was the
he was in
guy-
that movie. Isaiah Washington
Uh,
was in that movie too.
He was in Thor as an Asgardian, and he pulled out 2 M16s, and he was like, "Behold my stuff."
The thing that I remember most about Ghost Ship was the fact that there was a lounge singer who was Italian. Don't know why that resonates with me, but it does.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I didn't know androids could roll their eyes.
All right.
7,200 RPM.
Oh my.
Either way, your vaccine was a success.
Yes. There are a few side effects I'm currently working on.
Kind currently
Not
has a
able
9-inch
to
tongue and can breathe through his
anyway.
ears.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Either way,
Captain,
welcome to the bridge.
Captain,
Anderson,
shall we put together an away team?
I do believe that's the most prudent course. And
You know what?
since seem to have
Screw it.
such
This ship's advanced enough; it can run on autopilot. How about we all go?
Since we have such a small party here, we might as well all attend.
Yeah, what are the other 1,000 people on the ship doing? Jeez.
They're doing
They're
other
on the
sciencey
holodeck.
stuff. Oh, that's right. There's
Holodeck.
it's the rave night tonight. I forgot.
I did make
They're all.
support characters, but again, no one from either ship, even after I've requested it, have come to me and said, "Okay, so these are the support characters I'd like." So I've started making them lazily in my own time.
Can I have
I
Jordan?
feel like you have no time.
I'm sensing a bit of passive aggressiveness.
The underappreciated tone says it all.
Well,
Um,
it isn't the
somebody's gotta heal
support
everyone's
cunts.
All right, everybody, let's transport over there and stun some folks.
Do you believe your aggressive attitude may get someone hurt, Anderson?
No. I'm simply responding to the aggression that they displayed towards us.
I do
Yeah, you
believe
did.
the threat that may be imminent could be making everybody a bit volatile.
That's probably reasonable.
Reasoning is my specialty. How many tranquilizers did you take?
None.
Yet?
I don't take tranquilizers.
I don't believe you. Either way, shall we beam down?
I'd love to.
Ready, Captain.
Does that mean a scene change?
It does.
Then I can close the ship page now.
The away team
It's
beam
very
down to the facility's
gooey.
coordinates. Straight into a makeshift metal corridor. Conduits are exposed and panels are outright missing from the floor and wall. The sound of power hums through the massive cables of the makeshift facility. The away team start to make their way down the metal corridor, and are only a short way in when they come across a single small cell. Inside is a Cardassian officer, laying on his back on a small bed hanging off the wall in the bare cell.
Is he awake?
Yes.
Is he
Visitors,
aware of us?
Starfleet at that. Or this could be a pajama party. Please tell me you're here to release me.
Pens, why are you here?
I was part of a Cardassian excursion to take the facility and use it as a trap to capture the Marquis.
That went
Too
great
bad.
for you, didn't it?
Well, we were partially successful, after finding the facility empty and beginning preparations, but the Marquis seemed to be aware of our plans and attacked us as soon after we completed the work upgrading the security and converting it to our needs.
Did you by any chance lose a ship or two?
Possibly. Unfortunately, the window here is, non-existent.
Well, they're gone now.
I did
When's
see...
the last time you saw your captors?
It's hard to know, but it's been several hours, if not days.
I feel like there's a big difference between hours and days.
So
As do I,
have you
unfortunately,
not eaten
without-
recently?
Without the presence of windows or even a clock, it's very difficult to actually tell what the time is.
And I'm gonna just do a quick scan with my tricorder to see if there are any other life signs besides Buddy here.
I'll let you do that for free. And yes, many.
Are we able to distinguish what those life signs are?
No,
Can I scan to identify those life signs?
no.
Well, that's not nice.
Facility structure is interfering.
The Badlands is interfering.
Oh, that would do it.
Well, I don't think this Cardassian is going anywhere. I feel we should explore further and seeing if we can uncover any more information.
Agreed. What do you think,
Before
Captain?
you go, I should try and warn you that it would appear the Marquis may still be in the facility.
Oh,
I'm
where?
afraid I don't know much more than that. There could also be Starfleet officers here.
Really?
Starfleet.
What do you know about that?
I've seen people in those strange pajamas you call uniforms marching past.
Were they
At gunpoint, of course.
prisoner? Yes, they were prisoners. Captain, I suggest we try and locate our fellow Starfleet members.
One final warning before you do leave. Our plan was to make the facility appear functional but abandoned. Our Cardassian program was introduced to the computer systems, designed to trap the Marquis in the facility so we could easily capture them at our leisure, with minimal loss of life to both sides, of course. Instead, the Marquis waited until we had finished making upgrades, and what happened was a Marquis raiding party attacking us, slaughtering all of my men but me, presumably keeping me alive, so I would suffer longer knowing all of my men were wiped out, and I could be paraded around as a prize or even exchanged for Marquis prisoners. However, our security program was successfully loaded into their computer systems.
So, what you're saying is we're stuck here.
No, but I certainly am.
Intriguing.
At least until
Do you
you're
think
able to disable the computer systems itself in its entirety.
What was your program designed to do in its entirety?
It was designed to shut down computer systems and prevent transport out, and trapping them behind force fields.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
I hope you're able to provide me an escape afterwards.
We'll consider it.
I would have thought with our new alliance, it would be somewhat of a compulsion.
We'll consider it.
Any information that you could give us beyond that might help us could sway your case in your favor.
Agreed.
There are 4 lights.
Didn't know Cardassians could count.
Indeed, of course we can.
I would like to remind you that the Cardassians invaded this base and tried to attack Federation citizens.
I believe that according to the treaty terms, the Marquis are not considered Federation citizens. They are considered citizens of the Cardassian Ditapa government.
I think that would be an interesting interpretation. Yeah. Captain, shall we continue our examination of the space?
Out of consideration, if Kind could please scan our friend here to make sure he's in fit shape, and then we can continue.
Insight, medicine, difficulty 2, complication range 3, please. Lovely. The report comes back. He is Cardassian. He's slightly dehydrated and malnourished. Otherwise, he is uninjured.
Well,
is there any way to get anything through to him where it's completely locked?
Just force field there.
Which can't go up or down right now because we have no control.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's only minorly dehydrated and malnourished. He'll survive. I've had way worse. Just to put that out there.
Is it called the morning after?
We don't discuss that. Shall we continue, Captain?
Please. So which we just have one direction to go?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
The corridor carries on to a more open space, in the centre of which lies the main computer terminal. It appears to be fully online and functional, just like Pro 2. Just beyond that, against the back wall, is a very large cell, split off from the rest of the room by a particularly large force field. Inside are humanoids, all in Starfleet uniforms.
Are these humanoids incapacitated, or are they alert?
They are alert. Alert, conscious, awake, and sentient.
Hello, is there a commanding officer among you?
And they just sort of look at you and they're like,
I don't think they can hear us. I believe the force field is blocking any sort of sound.
Pro2 repeats what the commander said, but much louder.
All right, Pro2, do you have no?
Do we anyone got pen and paper?
We could write something.
Sketch.
We could write something on the floor with a phaser.
We could.
Is there
But how about we just work
panel
on
or anything?
How about we just work on trying to override the force this particular force field?
Is there a
Oh,
panel?
dear.
No.
We could try using the phasers to overload it.
I don't think it's going to be that simple. I feel like this is a much more complex force field than just simply being operated by a panel. Why don't we try accessing the main computer? It's fully functional, is it not?
It seems to be. So let's continue on, and hopefully we can find some way to get these people out.
so what are you doing?
Continuing to try and find the main command or control area.
10 feet behind you.
Okay. Turn around and walk over to the main command or control area.
It's just this large, for the time, computer.
Okay.
Are we able to access it?
Yes.
So I access the computer and try to shut down the force fields for the whole base.
Do for me.
The
Insight,
whole base?
engineering, difficulty 3, please. Complication range 3. Task roll 2.
That was Insight Engineering.
Yep.
Complication range 2.
Complication range 3. Difficulty 3.
3.
Task roll 2.
Pro2, as to your question, the Cardassian prisoner pretty much indicated to us that we had to take down all the force fields to get one force field down.
Gotcha. Sorry, my brain shut off for like 5 minutes.
That's all right.
Well, what if Pro2 was to recalibrate the nonlinear photon particle discriminator in conjunction with what you're doing at the same time, which is modifying the nanoneutrino particle harmonic?
Sounds good to me.
Where's a harmonica device? Whatever.
Harmonica.
Don't take away my moment.
So Pro2, you gonna assist me there?
Sure.
Cool.
What
Roll.
type of role is it?
Engineering. Complication range 3. Task roll 1 for assist.
I'm
Just
still
like
concerned.
to
What is
mention
what's the difficulty on this sucker? 3?
3.
I'm using a momentum as well. I'm nervous.
It's not con, so I can't use my augmented ability.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're going to be able to use con in here, but
I know.
I would just
All
like
right.
to make mention that if all the force fields come
I
down,
knew it.
then that Cardassian is going to be out
Sorry,
as well.
no.
Oh,
Got
because
it. No,
was
he
supposed to be one.
yeah, it's only supposed to be one.
Oh, that's worse.
And
Can we
really
keep
bad.
Can we spend another momentum?
I don't think it works like that.
yeah, I can.
That's awkward.
Although, yeah, I guess you can spend another momentum to re-roll that, right?
I would.
What exactly are we trying? We're trying to,
Shut down
Are
the
we
force
just-
fields.
and we're just doing this by doing stuff on the computer.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing it by rerouting the nonlinear positronic polarizing controller.
Shiv, would my tinkering focus work?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
So we were close, but not close enough.
I'm happy to give it to you for cost.
Okay.
So, Anderson taps away on the computer screen attempting to find a way if he can disable the force field with the Starfleet prisoners behind it. Unfortunately, he comes across the remainder of the Cardassian program that shows the only way to disable one force field is to disable the entire security grid for the facility.
Click the giant button.
If you want to do
Well-
that, it's going to be an extended task.
Yay.
Send it down. Isn't that what we just did? Come on.
No.
Yeah,
Wait. Is this like just a giant red button just sitting there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's how I envision it. Anyway,
I mean,
extended
the Marquis
task it
aren't
is.
very advanced, but even they're, not stupid enough to go big shutdown button.
What? You mean they weren't smart enough to just put a cover over it? So they didn't press it by accident?
It says do not
Well, it's
press.
like Monsters and Aliens, where they have like
Mhm.
coffee button, nuclear missile button, and they almost goes for the nuke. No.
They have the Mr. Coffee next to the Mr. Radar.
So, Shiv, do we have some details on this extended task?
It is a difficulty 2 task. There is no resistance, magnitude is 1, and you have a 10 amount of work to do. It is repeatable, and there is no limitation.
Oh, nice. All right, I will start by trying to reroute the multivariant thermionic reciprocating actuator. Jesus.
That sounds like a control and engineering task to me.
Mhm.
Thank you, Kemi, I love you. And I want your
What about
babies.
control? What about control and science?
Okay, I'll take that.
Deal.
Control science difficulty 2.
All right.
Perfect.
Got it.
And if you could roll 6 challenge dice, please.
Bam. Ooh.
Oh.
Big roll.
Jesus H. You
I don't
have
think a higher power has anything to do with this.
not only have you done 8 amount of work, but the amount of breakthroughs you've done have enabled you to actually complete the work.
Wow, that extended task wasn't very extended.
No.
Data
Please
girls
call
have
that
said that to me.
task.
Anderson just went, look at me do this.
Ah, this
Oh,
is
there's
I've
Windows
seen
a
this-
only.
red button. Click.
I've seen this computer system before.
Meanwhile, the back of his mind is, how did I do that?
Only
They left
work
a
was
back
like that,
door.
eh?
The computer powers down, and emergency backup systems kick into life, keeping the atmosphere inside the base stable. The force fields all power down with a low-pitched hum. Almost immediately, the Starfleet officers pour out, overrunning the away team. They strip them of their weapons and hold the team at gunpoint.
I was concerned that they were not Starfleet officers.
Foolish Starfleet officers. You're so easy to trick and manipulate. We'll take these weapons, but spare you your lives so you can tell Starfleet exactly what happened here, and they can learn that even the Federation's best can never hope to beat a cause that is as just as ours. And the entire crew are beamed out to some unknown location.
In hindsight, they could hear us because we were able to talk to the other prisoner through the force field.
Oh, now you tell us? This is
Thanks
the
for
point
that.
where you tell us now?
Yeah.
We should beam that buckle of bolts into space. I mean, well, you know what?
Captain, I think we should return to the ship and attempt pursuit.
At that point, the Cardassian gull comes running down the corridor. And he says, you could have at least extracted your ally as well as your enemies.
I mean, you were extracted. See? You're right here.
Can you give us a lift, mate?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
We might even still have some Cardassians aboard the ship. I don't know. We left pretty fast.
All of my team was slaughtered.
Well, maybe you'll have somebody to keep you company. Captain, permission to beam back aboard the ship?
How many do we have now? 6? 4? 5?
5.
2, 3, 4,
5.
5. 5 to beam up, please.
There are 5 people.
Captain Slaw and the away team are beamed back to the Pendragon, with Gultamud in tow.
Did you say Gull Mud?
Gultamud.
You sense the unseen on him.
Pro 2, can you please attempt to scan for the transporter signatures that were... That was an interesting noise.
And there is a Cardassian ship that suddenly appears at short range.
True combat's this game? Shiv.
I run across the bridge and slide sideways to the tactical console.
I have to open those windows back up.
Oh dear.
Dragon.
Wow. We could call this a firefight. Hey, I wonder. Damn.
I need a button that just goes ba-dum.
Captain Talor also can call for assistance.
Hey, Captain, you should call for assistance, see if our friends with the splitty ship are around.
I do believe that's prudent.
Two successes.
Oh, that was huge. You guys are so screwed.
How far you
Hey,
the right way?
that's not the ship I want.
Where are we at?
What ship did we get?
Let's say, Shiver, is that a steam runner?
That's an Akira.
Oh, it's an Akira. Shit.
It's not the same kind as the Nexus was it?
Yes.
Ah. I'm learning.
I'm sure I had a... Oh, fuck it, we'll just do this the old-fashioned way then. Fine.
Okay, the steam runner looks somewhat similar, but not that similar. Steam runner class is super cool.
Yes. Oh, bollockerations.
Bollockerations? Interesting.
Bollockerations. I haven't got the captain speech for this in this game. It's in the other one. But I will spoil the surprise and tell you that is Captain Bannister's ship from, or otherwise known as, Silence.
Nice!
Oh.
Hello, Captain Silence. I mean... what is the name of the ship that came to assist?
Guinevere.
The Guinevere. Excellent.
Isn't she a pretty lady?
We hail the ship, and all we hear is, "Fuck you, Xavier."
Sounds about right. Alright, so I guess the captain has to assign us turn order?
Mm-hmm.
I think our
Captain,
turn
assign
order
us turn
last
order.
time was pretty lucky. Like
It was
we
pretty
should
good.
stick with
But
it.
where are we putting our doctor?
He'll go after Pro 2.
Roger that. I'm gonna fire phasers on Greed.
Okay. Do for me control security. Difficulty 2, please.
Complication range 1.
Yes. Oh no! Complication range is in fact 3.
Oh yeah, because we're still in the Badlands.
Yes.
That's very bad.
Using a momentum.
Okie dokie.
And roll. That's what I'm talking about.
Wonderful. And if you do the ships for me, please.
What would it be? Weapons and security?
No, it's all right.
Oh no, never mind.
No, I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot. Yeah.
I was against Greed. That was difficulty 2, right?
3. No, difficulty. Yeah, difficulty 2.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we get a momentum back.
Yeah. It was just the complication range.
Okay. Pendragon fires its beautiful phaser beams, impacting upon the green shield, and does 1 damage.
Yeesh. That was a bad shot. Alright, so
Protein.
it is Proto's turn.
I do an attack pattern.
Daring.
I feel like we have a routine now.
You need to start calling out your attack patterns.
I do.
Attack pattern Delta.
That's right. Nice.
Picard maneuver.
Lieutenant Kind.
That would be fun to actually do. Basically, Picard maneuver is like making your warp engines fart.
We actually didn't we try and do the Picard maneuver at one point?
We did,
You-
yeah. We tried to do
I think we
Picard
did.
maneuver.
You considered it during the Kobayashi Maru scenario.
Yeah, emphasis on tried.
I don't think we did because in the end we would have had to breach the neutral zone.
No, we did do it, but unfortunately,
Yeah, we did.
we missed our navigation roll where we couldn't turn fast enough,
That's cool.
and so they caught us.
We could do the key. We could do the keys maneuver, which I know isn't Star Trek, but it's fly at their ship really fast, and at the last second, go either up or down. I can't remember, and just drop a nuke out of the hangar bay on them.
Ooh, that's nice.
I'm
What
gonna
about
say
Crazy
up.
Ivan?
Ooh.
I don't know what that is.
What? It's
You
when
need to
a-
go, okay,
It's when a
you're-
Russian suspects something on their tail, and they just basically fire blind behind them to see what's up.
It's also, it also requires an immediate rewatching of all of Firefly. Enjoy your weekend.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've watched Firefly.
They
I
do
was
a
thinking
Crazy
Red
Ivan.
I was thinking Red October, but
In the Crazy Ivan and Firefly, they basically rewrote the hydraulics for the ship and then like flip the engines around and then do like a 180 in atmosphere.
What do you mean? My
It's fun.
accent is suspicious of not being Russian. It's a very good Russian accent.
Sorry. Pro2 went. It is Kind's turn. What are you up to?
that's
do, you
a
want do you want the reference sheet?
They're in. They're in the little news thing there.
Under like sensors.
yeah. No, oh no, I know where they are. I was just debating what panel I was going to take a hold of. Well, these don't expand very well.
But you should
They
be able
do.
to pop
Click
them
on
out.
them.
Yeah.
There's a little magnifying glass in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It should be fucking huge because they are scans of this.
Okay, there we go. That works.
Yeah, they're great. Easily readable.
Okay. I will scan for. First off, I'm on sensors and internal systems.
Mm-hmm.
I will scan for weakness on the ship that has been damaged, the Greed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And control science. What's the difficulty?
1. Complication range is 3. Task roll is 2.
Okay.
You got this, kind. Nice.
Wonderful.
Got some.
And if you could do
got
it
some
on the ship,
momentum.
please.
Oh, hang on.
Got it.
Nope.
Click on the ship, and then there's a whole bunch of
And
buttons that come up.
weakness.
And
Oh, there
there's
we go.
the scan for weakness button. Excellent.
Lovely. That's fine. And that takes us to Captain Tlor.
Do we know what? Did he succeed?
He did.
Mhm.
Oh, yes. You're right. Thank you.
Yo, we need to find out what the weakness is.
8 shields, 7 power.
On the Greed,
On the Greed.
I am going to fire. What's that?
Control security.
Lasers.
Yep. Difficulty is this the second time you're firing and the thing takes it down
Yep.
to again. So it's still 2. Complication range is 3. Task roll is 2. And
How'd
if
you-
hit the
how'd you-
ships,
Oh no, yeah, just use the ship. You'll probably get it.
Same thing.
ships just have
Fi-
fire phases.
Yep,
Or phaser array or something.
that's fire phasers.
Aren't phasers plasma, not fire?
Oh man,
Or no, they're light. Whatever.
it's a miss.
They're phase amplifications of lasers.
Still not fire.
The Pendragon fires its phaser array, slightly missing the Greed as it arcs out of the way of the incoming phaser beam. What would you like the Guinevere to do?
Probably move to get around the asteroid. That's a minor
maneuver?
action, right?
If it's close range, I mean, it could go in between the asteroid field and the moving asteroid if you want,
Okay.
and it can still fire.
Perfect.
And then fire on the Greed.
Lovely.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that does 4 damage to the Greed as the Akira-class vessel unleashes its phaser array upon the Marquis radar. The Greed is going to move there and fire its phaser banks on the Guinevere. Yes!
Ouch.
And it does no damage.
Beautiful. Just glances off the shield.
Guinevere. Yep, exactly that. Envy moves into a different attack formation and fires her phaser banks off on the Guinevere. And misses. Vengeance is coming up there, but probably hasn't got a very good shot. So instead what she's going to do is scan for weakness on the Guinevere. completely fuck it up.
The Caputred Galar class cruiser.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
amazing
a
what
hell of a
happens at the
scan for
last minute,
weakness.
isn't it?
Right?
Gonna bother Shiv now because he's like a spelling guru.
Yeah, and the worst bit is I can't fix it. Because that would require all sorts of bullshit.
That's awful. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have pointed
So,
it out.
the dyslexic Cardassian ship. Though I could. She's
It's
just going to
funny,
stay there.
I wouldn't change it. Oh, that's what you meant.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
I mean, it's not as bad as having an NPC named Mike Pencil. Or whatever it was.
Mouse speaker or something? Mouse?
Yeah.
And it's going to fire disruptor banks. Yeah, it's going to fire disruptor banks at the Guinevere. And miss.
Beautiful.
Which brings us back round to Commander Anderson on the Pendragon.
I can move the ship with a minor action, right? Small distance.
Small distance.
All right, so
everyone can move.
we're gonna-
I didn't know that.
we're gonna pull in alongside the Guinevere, but just to the right of it, along the asteroid belt there.
You should be able to move the token.
Okay, perfect.
You're reading my mind, Commander, because that's where I was going to put it.
Yeah, that's about where I want it. All right, and then fire phasers on the greed. With I think we have attack pattern and scan for weakness on that ship right now.
Yep. So,
Correct.
control, security, difficulty is 1, complication range is 3, task roll is 2.
Got it.
Lose an extra
All
power
right.
for the complication.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And if you could do the ship, wonderful.
Beautiful.
And that's 2 momentum increase. 8, 9, 10, 12. On the greed, you're going to do a lot of damage. And you managed to take a hit on its sensors. And it will be unable to move in the next turn.
Like just
Excellent.
move or it doesn't have a
Unable
turn.
to go, sorry.
Oh. Didn't do what I wanted it to do. Thank you. Man, you hit him right in their backup main computer core.
I needed to refit anyway. It is a Maquis ship.
Pro 2.
Pro 2, yeah.
Pro 2
I
or not
will
Pro
continue.
2? That is the question.
It's more like attack pattern or attack pattern, and I'm gonna pick attack pattern.
Not an evasive maneuver?
Have we been getting hit? We haven't been getting hit, have we?
We have not been getting hit yet.
No, why not? Keep on the aggressive.
Daring. Con. Difficulty 2. Complication range 3, but you'll be able to reduce that to 1.
Nice. Nailed it.
And you have to do the ship. Lovely. Which takes us to Lieutenant Hyde. Just so you all are aware, if you, for instance, if Nitro is, even though he's on the helm and doesn't want to do a helm task, he can take and do any other task from any other department.
True. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be too bad at firing phasers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to take a crack at blowing up the greed. I'm going to target the greed with phasers.
I would
Excellent
suggest
plan.
using torpedoes because the shields are gone.
Oh,
Torpedoes will be far more effective.
right. You are correct. I will use torpedoes.
Quantum or photon?
Which
Is
looks
there a blast
prettier?
radius on them?
The prettier ones are definitely quantum.
There a radius on them? Can we
No.
get? Oh, that sucks.
Space is big,
Some
man.
Splash damage. Yeah.
That
I mean,
I
yes,
will-
there is
really big.
there is radius, but not anywhere near big enough.
Then I will
And space
fire
be crazy.
a quantum torpedo salvo.
Ooh, a
Oh,
salvo.
the whole spread.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Not the whole spread. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Control.
You made him all
Security.
excited. Jeez.
Well,
Difficulty
he's
two,
almost
please.
dead. I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Quantum. Control. Security. Difficulty 2, please.
Complication still 3, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that little itty bitty ship really needs 3
And-
quantum torpedoes on it.
And if
Can
you
click
can do
the
the
button?
ship thing, please, as well.
Hey, he still had to scan for weakness too, because it was the end of till the end of his turn.
That is going to completely destroy the Marquis Raider in a huge antimatter explosion.
Ooh.
Ah.
Medical officer must be
Captain
quite thrilled with getting a kill.
I can giveth and I can also taketh.
The Greed was only 2
Apparently.
days away from retirement.
There it
Always
is.
is.
Captain Talor.
Looking. So with an evasive action, what does it mean by it? All attacks against the ship and all attacks made by the ship increase their difficulty by 1.
Means difficulty
Means it's harder to hit us, and it's harder.
But it's also harder to hit them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's our power at?
10.
Okay. Shot at. Yeah. So I'll do power management.
Okie dokie.
Daring, engineering.
Yep. Daring, engineering, difficulty 2, please.
Is the complication range still 3?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to change. We're still in the Badlands, so.
Mm-hmm.
These lands are indeed bad. To the bone, burn out. Sorry.
And we have the reroute power button.
The ship
Well,
cannot
yeah, that's
assist
right.
with this.
Oh, it doesn't? So you might have to reroll if you want that to work out for you.
We have cap momentum anyway, right?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
6. We are maxed
Yeah.
right out. I would
So-
definitely use it.
So is this one like BTM where you have a reroll button or you just roll it again?
You just got to roll it again. Task roll will be 1,
Okay.
depending on how many.
But you
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
you
that's
change it to 1
Yeah.
dice.
Nitro, have you got the power? Because it automatically adds 1 when you press the button.
Oh.
Wow.
Actually,
didn't
when
work.
she pressed the button, it went up 1 for me. So.
Yeah, but we don't want it to.
Oh, because she didn't succeed. Okay.
Yeah,
Correct.
Gotcha.
Can she spend another momentum?
she could.
Yeah.
I think I had too much caffeine and my brain's not paying attention.
I feel like spending one more can't hurt.
Yeah, go for it. We're flush with momentum. Okay.
Well, that's
And
got
could you
worse.
also knock off another power, please?
I opened my damn mouth.
Captain, we didn't want you to reroute the power out of the ship.
The power was rerouted. That's all that was asked. What would you like the Guinevere
Did
to
you?
do? Sorry, Nitro, go on. Say
I
you're
was just
funny.
gonna make a joke. Go ahead.
Go on, say you're funny.
Did you reroute the power? Yes, I did. Where? Somewhere? I don't know.
Possibly into a toothbrush?
Pretty much it.
A lantern in the holodeck.
Pro2 starts like jittering and vibrating. I think I figured it out.
You want to keep Dr. Crusher away from that lantern.
I was just gonna say, I just got a medical report about a malfunction in crew quarters.
I don't think CS hasn't seen that episode yet.
Not yet, eh? That's a weird episode.
Oh, yeah. Show Guinevere to do.
Weirder than what's her name? And Data.
Oh, Yarn Data.
Yes.
I would say it's maybe weirder.
We referenced that earlier today.
Yes,
you
we
missed
did.
a really fun conversation at the beginning of the game.
Nitro's getting
I
used to
Captain?
being flirted
on
with.
purpose.
Captain, what should we ask the Guinevere to do?
Do you believe we should continue with the offensive attack?
Okay.
Against?
The Guinevere is going to go into the bottleneck here and fire on the Envy.
Like point blank range.
Yeah.
You know, there wouldn't be a bottleneck if you got a better CPU.
Miss?
And it misses. That's exactly what we were referencing, Ms. Hartz. Because the ghost
Damn, it's
that
hard.
did
I
not
got to be
land.
awkward on purpose.
Oh, well, now spoiler. Now he doesn't have to watch the episode.
Yes, he does.
Yes, it's required viewing.
Well, you have to watch every one.
Envy is going to move here and perform evasive maneuvers. No worries, Miss Haas. We adore you. I believe that's a success, but I'm double checking. Yes, that is a success.
Why did it say evasive action 0? Oh, that was the ship roll. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm. The crew got it.
The Vengeance is going to move here and scan the Guinevere for weakness.
Dick.
That is 2. 3. So it has successfully scanned for weakness. And the Galore class is going to fire its disruptor banks at the Guinevere. And totally fucking miss.
Woo, that was a spectacular miss.
Which takes
Wow.
us to the Pendragon and Commander Anderson.
We currently have
Should we-
attack. What do we have active right now?
Attack pattern.
Okay. Yeah, let's go big. I'm going to open up a phaser blast on the Galore class cruiser.
Okay. Control. Security. Difficulty 1, please. Complication range is 3.
Got it.
Fine. And if you could do the ship roll for me, please.
Decent.
On the Galore. on the Capu tread, Galor.
Mm-hmm.
You strike the Capu tread, Galor class full on the 4 shields, doing in total 4 damage, weakening their shields.
Excellent.
That's a very reoccurring number, isn't it?
Protu.
Protu.
Still haven't been hit yet, so I'm not worried about it. Attack power.
Daring and Con.
Yep. He's got it.
And
Just
attack power.
absolutely nails it every time. Ooh. Look at that.
Well, you gotta remember, I'm not on complication range 3 like everybody else is.
Mhm.
And Lieutenant Kind.
Do you want pew pew or boom boom?
Well, torpedoes are effective right now, so I'd have to do phasers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So
sure.
I will
Yep.
fire phasers at the cruiser.
Control.
You-
Security. Difficulty 2, please. Complication range 3.
What's our power at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be.
7.
Oof. We're getting low. Oh!
Wow,
Hmm.
clearly that was
Yes.
bad. Can I
You might
reroll?
Yes.
want to
the momentum.
re-roll that.
Now, could I use 2 momentum?
You can use 3 momentum to re-roll 2 dice.
Do it.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll do that then.
All right, and hit the phasers.
Oh, that's weird. What?
Well, it's just Japanese.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, damn.
Yes,
Oh, whoops. I did it twice.
That's right.
I'll rip.
You miss. Twice.
Thanks.
Wow.
Put the power back up.
And Captain Talor.
So we're at full shields.
Mm.
Yes.
Am I close enough to ram that little snot right there?
Nope.
Shields don't help for ramming.
No.
And
Goes
you
right
also
through
have
the
to
shield,
navigate
they hit
through
the
an
hull.
asteroid fieldy thing.
Yeah, there's 2 asteroids right in front of us.
You see,
But space is 3D, man. Why can't I just go over the asteroids?
I was going to say,
You can navigate through the
Okay.
asteroid field, but that is going to increase the complication range and the difficulty.
Hmm.
Try power management then.
Is daring?
Or control.
Daring or control, engineering, difficulty 2, please. Complication range 3, task roll 2. Task grade 2. You have 6 degrees of freedom in our game, too. That is currently a fail, and will cost you an extra power, unless you want to re-roll.
yeah, you should reroll.
No, that probably wouldn't. I have a focus in Starship Tactics, but I don't think that's anything to do with power management.
I'm afraid not.
Okay, I'll re-roll one of them.
That stupid complication range is getting us.
There we go.
There we go.
Wonderful. And if you could hit the power button on Pendragon, please. You do have the option of spending more momentum for more power, by the way.
I was just going to suggest that you should spend some momentum to get more power.
More
And
momentum,
that just
more
adds
power.
on top,
Uh-huh.
right?
Pressing the button
I'd
will
spend
give
it
you
all.
1 automatically, which is what you can get. And if you
So
want to
reroute
spend
power.
2 momentum, you get 2 power. 3 power, 3
Okay, so
momentum.
for the extra charge, I just put 2? Is that what you said?
Yep, if you want.
Beautiful.
And you have no
Can
momentum
confirm
left.
it went up to 9.
Thanks, Noscavian. I will sleep with you.
Yeah, but what are you going to do for the whole coding thing?
I don't know.
Captain, what are your orders for the Guinevere?
We don't have to worry about their power or anything like that, right?
I mean, I do, but
Oh.
That's their problem.
Fire
them, we
on
mean
the
Chef.
Caputred, please.
the Pendragon is a sovereign class ship. Guinevere brings itself down to bear on the Caputred Galo class. It's firing phasers. And that is a success.
Yep. That's it.
Can I get that as a bumper sticker that just says like my other car was Caputred?
Unfortunately, only doing 4 damage is not enough to penetrate the Galo class's shields, and the phaser beam just disperses across the surface area of the 4 shield.
Oh.
The Envy is going to...
I whisper over to Pro 2. I missed you more, Dread.
It was quite an impressive ship, Commander.
Agreed.
Excalibur is a fantastic name for a ship. Also, yeah, the task force, because we slightly non-canonized things, they're part of Task Force Camelot, and each ship in the task force has got a King Arthur themed name. Didn't use the Excalibur though. Wish I did. We've got a
Is there a
Caliburn.
Percival?
No,
Missed opportunity.
there's a Caliburn, a Valiant, Guinevere, Mordred, Pendragon, possibly others. Yes! 7 damage to the Guinevere.
Yikes.
Oh, I thought it hit us. Okay.
After the resistance, the shields,
Oh,
the
Pro
phaser
2.
hit
Oh, that's
manages to
fine.
do a whole 2 damage to the shields of the Guinevere. What do you do?
Pro 2 just out loud just goes, maybe I should begin evasive maneuvers. My brain blanked and I had to look at the cheat sheet to remember what it was called.
I've had that several times tonight. I blame the tiring,
vengeance.
exhausting week.
Is firing on the Guinevere. Hold on. Gaining a hit,
Jackal.
but unfortunately the resistance on the Guinevere just makes the phaser beam disperse across the shield surface area. The Caputred Galor class is going to perform an evasive action.
I think you may have miscalculated something.
Which bit?
The Envy used evasive action, so the difficulty should have been 3 for its attack.
Yes,
Oh.
and it was the vengeance,
It got,
and it got a critical.
yeah. Yeah, that
Ah.
green one is actually.
Oh, it was the
2.
Vengeance. It was the Vengeance. My bad. I thought it was the Envy that used evasive action.
All right,
My
let me
bad.
see.
Sorry.
Hey, Heavy Bob. I loved that song. by the
Shivers
way, Bob.
all over this.
I used to run around my house when I was a kid singing that fucking song.
What song is that?
By the Firm, Star Trekking. Pendragon, Commander Anderson.
Well, that seems fairly straightforward. Firing phasers on the Caputred. Try and bring down those shields.
I'm just seriously going to call it that. That's its name now.
It's a good ship name.
It is Capture.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Wonderful. Have a momentum. Oh no, have 2 momentum. And another 2 momentum.
Oh, jeez.
And you do a whopping 2 damage as your phaser beam disperses across the shield surface area.
Hey, that
Jesus,
was
those
4
are some
momentum.
tough shields.
That was 4 momentum we got out
Yeah,
of that
that was
one
big.
single roll.
Pro 2.
Does anybody have any rock?
Any rock?
One of my favorite quotes from Star Trek. If it should become necessary to fight, does anybody can we arrange to have some rocks to throw at them?
To be completely honest, I think because you guys are having to deal with the complication range, bringing down the difficulty's kind of been really beneficial. So, attack pattern.
You never use that.
I know. I thought I'd try it once though. See how it works.
Daring. Con. Difficulty 2, please. Complication range 1 for
Almost
you.
like I don't have to change anything on my sheet.
One of my
And if you
favorite
do say
things
that-
about
Sorry.
one of my
go
favorite
on.
things about watching Defiant fights is when there'd be, an attack pattern Omega, and the Defiant would do like all the crazy maneuvers. Yeah, it's always fun.
I think the only one that I can name off the top of my head and tell you what it actually did was attack pattern Delta, which made the ship rock back and forth. And the only reason I
just
know
did
that was
attack
because it was in a
pattern.
Mirror Universe episode where they stole the plans for the Defiant, built their own Defiant, didn't have a clue how to fly it, and at one point they actually put it in battle and Captain Sisko says attack pattern Delta. Smiley looks at him and says, "What the fuck?" And he says, "Just rock the ship back and forth."
I did attack pattern Beta for barrel roll, and the ship just slowly rotates in space.
Lieutenant Kind.
I will. Oh, which panel was it under?
Which is technically an aileron roll if you know aviation.
Yeah, it's not a barrel roll, which a lot of people get wrong.
Isn't the barrel
It's
roll
in
where
the
you're moving?
asteroid field.
You're actually moving forward and moving the whole ship, whereas if you just
You're
spin
creating
on the
a
same axis,
barrel
it's
in
aileron.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whichever panel has the ability to for power management, I'm going to. Actually, I was already on it. Or no, I wasn't. But sensors. Going to try to reroute some power.
Okie dokie. If you could do for me,
You got lots of momentum to use, so
daring or control plus engineering.
Okay, I'm doing control engineering.
Pretty much, Miss Roy. Difficulty is 2,
Jeez.
and you get nothing. You have nothing.
I don't even know if that's even worth it to reroll. I mean, how are we for power
7.
right now?
we're at 8.
7.
Oh, 7, sorry.
7 of what?
16.
16. And let you make that call.
Sure, I'll spend. Because I just need 1 to succeed. No, I need 2 to succeed, don't I?
I think it's a success of 2, yeah.
2.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
you need to
spend
spend 3 momentum.
Was that worth it? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just be like, nah, I'm sorry. End my turn.
All right. Captain Talor?
Alright.
Do we have any damage systems?
We haven't got hit yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The
can I-
Guinevere's been taking all the shots for us, like sitting up there at the front.
well, maybe that was the point. Can
There's
I
that battlefield tactics.
scan for weakness?
Most certainly.
Okay,
Oh,
so that's
still
a
waiting there.
control science.
Which ship?
That's also a good question.
Well, let's do the Caputred.
Excellent choice.
So that's control and science.
Shiv, that could be the name of your your giant ship that I can't think of the name.
The complication range stays at 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. And
Big giant ship? What?
The one on that you got the shirt for.
Nice. Good job.
Oh, the Polaris.
Yeah, that's it. I knew it started with a P.
Okay, have a momentum.
and the ship, I guess the ship sensors and security could have assisted.
Nope.
Yep, you should have scan for weakness.
There's a button for
Oh,
it.
okay.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Oh, nice.
They're not actually fighting the Cardassians. They're fighting a Caputred Cardassian ship, but they're fighting a Marquis. Just so you know, Bob.
We actually have Kardashians on board, though.
Yes. Stop calling them Kardashians. They're Cardassians.
Cardassians, okay.
But
The
it's
difference
fun,
is
though.
Cardassians look a little bit like lizards and have a spoon head. Kardashians seem to have green skin.
Well, you know they're both fake, right?
Hey,
Like
hey,
the body or the person or which what?
Cardassians are real.
Okay. One of you can go through the door at a time. Start trying to get both of you through the door frame.
Well, open the door so they can get out.
Well, don't hit your sister in the head.
It's the cats, not the kids,
I was
by
going
the
to say,
way.
I don't know if you're talking about cats or children.
What would you like the Guinevere to do?
Oh, and we get the piercing damage for the next round.
Yeah,
Yes.
we sure do.
Beat up on the Caputred.
Alrighty.
Damn straight.
Guinevere's going to maneuver a bit. Just enough so you could slide past if you want. And aim with phasers and fire. And completely miss. Even at that close range.
Whoever pushed the button must sneeze.
That's right.
Well, the cat just sneezed, so.
Damn it, the cats are on that ship. That's the problem.
I
They
mean, you're not
probably
far
mangled
off,
the-
to be honest, Heavy Bob. You're not far off.
Probably mangled the cores in the targeting computer.
So, Envy. She's going to fire phasers on the Guinevere.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, that might actually have done some damage.
Yeah.
Maybe
Ooh,
the
a whole
Guinevere is just run
two.
by a bunch of Cations.
I get that.
Can we?
reference.
Do we get to know how many shields that Guinevere has?
She's got a lot.
Oh, did we ever find out what the weakness was on the Caputred? Because I succeeded on that.
Oh yes, the Guinevere has 16 shields remaining.
Mhm.
The Caputred has 5 shields remaining and is at power 6.
Okay, good.
Vengeance is going to jam signal on the Guinevere.
What a dick.
If we get hailed by
Yes.
this ship called Vengeance, when you answer the phone, can you do a Batman voice?
Okay.
I was telling Shiv, not the commander.
I am Batman.
This is the Vengeance here.
The Caputred... Oh, why am I doing that? Because I've already got it open. The Caputred is going to attempt to warp away.
Really?
Don't
Which is gonna be-
let them.
Can we stop them?
Engines, Engineering. No.
Oh,
He's gonna fail, watch.
cowards.
There's a herd of cats at the helm. Come on.
Which is going to make this
No.
difficulty of 3. Complication
The
range of
Cations are
3.
on the Guinevere.
Are they just going to blow up when they try to engage their warp engines?
It could
and then
happen.
take the other two with him.
There you go. It totally happened.
Mm.
And not only does it lose some power in the process, it's going to lose all of its shields.
Oh boy.
Shiv, it failed to swim away.
Sure did.
Game over, man. Game over.
Ah.
Captain, I believe they just accidentally the whole ship.
Pendragon will make this the last round.
Quantum
They call
torpedo
that-
salvo against the Capitred.
I love that idea.
Using 2 momentum, so 4 dice.
Security. Control. Difficulty is 2 because it's been reduced by 1. Complication range is still 3. Task roll is 2. God damn.
Oh my
boy.
goodness. And because we're barrel rolling, the missiles do like a spiral. Yeah.
And don't forget the penetration from the scan for weakness as well.
What you're saying is it wasn't just double; it was just a gangbang.
That
I do believe you
more
just
than enough.
oopsied the whole ship.
to destroy the Gallo-class cruiser.
I'm gonna miss the Capitred. It was such a great ship.
It was. And now it's dead.
Caputred was just spray painted on the outside of the hull.
Can we rename the Vengeance to the Capitred Vengeance or something?
Captain? Was that an appropriate amount of aggression?
Do you believe we showed them great force? Now, do we offer the last to surrender?
I doubt they would.
I feel like we'd have to kill another one before they would consider it.
Protein.
But-
What do you got up your
Captain,
sleeve?
If you would like to try and hail them, I can ready my action until after you talk to them, if you would so like.
Do you believe kind has to go for 2?
True.
What would you like to do, Captain?
I do believe it's within our power to at least offer them parley.
So we want to delay the other two's turns until after Captain?
Or one of you guys could do it.
I mean, out of character, I could hold my action. CS could hold his action. And then depending on the answer we get, I could just take my action, and then CS could take his.
Oh, that's true. We could just swap our
Mm-hmm.
two
So you
holds
could do
and
the
then
hailing frequencies thing and see if they'll surrender.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm down with that. We could do that. Oh, okay.
I assume we don't know which one is the lead ship.
I think we
just
blew up
destroyed
the
the
lead
lead
ship.
ship.
Yeah, I think we blew that
Well,
one
like
up.
out of the 2 that are remaining.
I wouldn't think so.
Well, I guess opening, hailing frequency would be to both of them. They'd hear
Yep.
us.
Yeah, for sure.
Please open a channel.
Oh, where's the button?
Where's the little
There's,
beep boop?
if you click on the ship, there's an open hailing frequencies button.
Oh, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Order.
Do you want me to click it?
Yes, please. I can't see. Oh, I see it now. You posted already.
U.S.S. Pendragon, Captain Talor to Envy and Vengeance. You are now outpowered and outgunned. We offer you the chance to surrender.
The Envy puts on full impulse power and charges straight for the Guinevere.
Oh
It
boy.
blows itself up,
Ruh-roh.
incinerating itself on the shields and the hull. Meanwhile, the Vengeance, in the chaos, has warped out.
Ah, what a dick. Is the Guinevere okay?
Yeah. It's going to take more than
okay.
that tiny little thing to hurt the Guinevere.
I do believe that was our answer.
It seems so, Captain.
Would you like to fight a Borg cube just for shits and giggles?
No.
I'm gonna say a hard fuck no.
No, it's all right. Maybe another
Although
day.
That might be the first time I'll consider. I'll admit it's smaller than I expected.
That's what she
Akira.
said.
Well, I mean, I can't do exact scales here.
Well, I mean, why
how
not?
am I supposed to make a 7-kilometer
Oh, it moves
wide
so fast.
cube and still fit?
How does it move so fast with so much mass?
To be fair, that's about as big as they look against the Enterprise.
See, the board cube still can't hit anything.
Oh, yeah.
Not wrong.
Can't regenerate shields either.
Wow.
Pretty useless
It
cube.
sounded cool, though.
Did you find this from like Value Village or something?
She couldn't.
I feel like that's when we just open a port and let through 8472. Let them eat each other.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Shiv, stop ruining all your surprises.
At what point was the Borg ever surprised? You knew it was coming.
I meant the sound effects.
You know when the Borg was a surprise? The first time they showed up in Star Trek. That was like, what the hell?
I actually want to know what people's reactions were like.
I remember my reaction. I was very young.
It was the episode. It was like, fuck is going on here? What? Why are they just? What's going on? Tell us answers.
That was a Q episode as well, so it was great.
Q who? What's the name of the episode?
Yes, it was. John Delancey. Amazing man. Well, that was a lot of fun.
But yeah, the Borg used to be terrifying, and then Voyager just ruined them.
They were a lot scarier before Voyager.
Yeah,
But don't worry, I'm
that's
bringing-
usually what happens with.
My Borg will be back to being scary.
Yeah, that's usually what happens with creatures like that. Is somebody changes something and they lose their creepiness, like
The
the
problem with the
Cybermen.
Borg was always the same thing of, we've made these ultimate enemies that cannot be defeated. How are we going to beat them this time?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Almost like making a second Pacific Rim movie, like they'd ever do that.
Yeah, no, the only way you could do a second Pacific Rim movie would be if it was a prequel.
Exactly.
Anyway,
So if it was a prequel, would it be called The Rimming? I don't know.
Wow.
Ow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
The Pacific Tire.
You can have him, Shiv.
The Pacific Hubcap.
with the Marquis successfully destroyed and driven off, you are able to navigate your way out of the Badlands and make contact with Starbase 11.
Right, I forgot we're still in this. I think that's your cue, Captain.
Please open a channel to Starbase 11.
Beep boop boop. I don't know where the.
There is a fucking sound effect button for that as well.
I have my screen not as wide, and it's covering some of the buttons, and it won't. Oh, there's a scroll thing for it.
Oh,
Found
man.
Okay.
Do we know if those, if that ship, they had the imposters on them? I assume so.
Safe to
Probably.
assume so, yeah.
They didn't really have time to get away.
Captain, report your status, please.
U.S.S. Pendragon, undamaged, had a conflict, shall we call it. We investigated what looked like an abandoned base and ended up having, shall we say, a gang of Maquis imposters. I do believe most were destroyed in the battle, but we did lose one ship. They got away in the fray. We do have on board one Cardassian refugee.
Please drop the Cardassian refugee off at Deep Space Nine. You did extremely well dispatching with the amount of Maquis raiders you did, let alone letting just one away. We can call this a success. After dropping off for Deep Space Nine, please come back to Starbase 11 for debrief.
Noted. We are on our way. U.S.S. Pendragon out.
And we'll call it there.
Captain,
Anderson.
I'd like to have a drink with you in Quark's bar.
Have a Quark's bar. Have not wandered into that area of the ship yet.
That's not on the ship. It's on Deep Space Nine, where we're headed.
Oh, I have not been there either.
I'll bring the recreational refreshments.
Very entertaining. Yeah, I'm sure you will.
I will bring the travel songs.
Also, I'm sure you will. Have you learned any new travel songs?
No.
Well,
I
McDonald's
wanted
is
to,
not
but I
one of
can't
them.
think. I couldn't think of another type of travel song.
We'll
What
all
song
sing about
again?
Romulan Ale then.
Anderson, I do have one request. Will you please extend an invitation to the captain of the Guinevere? Do sudden my vocab.
Guinevere, would you like to join us on our return trip to Deep Space Nine, where we're just dropping off one of the folks we rescued from the surface?
Man, I wish I had that fuck off Xavier sound effect. But you'll get a response that is an affirmation and thank you for your invitation.
Excellent.
We afford the Guinevere much gratitude for the assist.
Absolutely.
Ignoring the
Protein,
Mordred.
please.
We already thanked the Mordred right after the
Mordred's
battle.
long gone. Protein,
And
please
yeah.
set a course back to DS9, if you will.
Right away, Captain. And as soon as we go into warp, Pro2 just starts singing, "On the road again. It feels good to be on the road again."
Anderson, you
Point
have
of
the bridge. I will be in my quarters.
Point of fact, there are no roads.
Wake me up when we get there.
On the warp again.
That's much more appropriate.
You could play Subspace Love.
What's that?
Who's
parody of?
Who is that from again?
I'm surprised Protu didn't start singing Wheels on the Bus.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nacelles on the
Nacelles
ship
on the
go
ship.
round
Whoa.
and round.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of
You missed
beer.
that.
That's what I sang earlier, but I replaced beer with Romulan ale, which was quite a mouthful to try and sing.
99 bottles of Romulan beer on the wall. 99 bottles of Romulan beer on the wall.
It was the only Star Trek drink I knew, so that's the one I used.
Subspace Love was done by gold-pressed latinum earring.
Oh,
all right, all
dear.
right, all right.
So any last
Pro
minute
2?
things? Anyone? Yep.
You could also go for blood wine or Kanar. Also popular Star Trek drinks.
Kanar would probably work syllably in the song.
Syllably, I like that.
Yeah.
Syllably?
I have one request. Do not bring out the Klingon opera.
Yes, please.
I do not know why they call music.
If I knew
What?
how to fake Vulcan opera, or not Vulcan, Klingon opera, I would so try right now.
Yeah, that's not.
I think it's a lot of you loud growling.
That's what I figured, but you know, I didn't want to offend anybody by accident.
I love those
Actually,
scenes
that was
actually.
Klingon.
I love those scenes actually where the scene switches to Worf and he's inside his quarters and it's so loud. The Klingon opera's so loud the walls are shaking. It's like
He'll buy you a prune juice. So,
yep.
this was the last sort of preliminary warm-up game. The next one,
Ooh.
hopefully next month, November, obviously, we'll be starting the proper campaign where things get a bit more persistent. So if you want to respec your character in time for next game, you can,
Cool.
but you won't be able to after that. And we'll be back with this hopefully next month.
Excellent. Thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. We had a lot of
Thank you all
fun.
for coming. Bye everyone. Nitro, do the line.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good night.